That's how I feel when only person who can stop you is the man in the mirror. When you look down at your wrists and you see money. When you look at your shoes and you see money. When that scarf on your neck means money.
This is Zip Squad, bitch.
Burberry scars, shrimp and Perry on. Living like a comet, moving amongst the stars. $100,000 sports cars, silk massage, menage a trois. Yes, I've been a boss. Burberry scars, shrimp and Perry on. Living like a comet, moving amongst the stars. $100,000 sports cars, silk massage, menage a trois.
Hey.
I'm over here vibing. Like, yeah.
I heard Wendy singing. I had to lay out. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a very special, very live episode of Top Rope Wrestling Talk, brought to you by the Rewind Wrestling Network, of course. And we're still waiting for Brucey to kind of run in, cash in the contract, and get in on this with us. But we're here, and by we, of course, I mean me. Yeah, me, not the D-O-double-G. But the greatest prediction champ in history. I am your producer, your soundboard, by God, extraordinaire, the jack of all trades, the master of absolutely none, the one and only South Philly Psycho, D-O-M. Every week. This show is for the people like Wu-Tang is for the children. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
And to the far side of me, I have the ninth wonder of the podcasting world, the first lady of Top Rope Wrestling Talk. She is everyone's favorite grandma and Latina heat herself, Grandma Wendy.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying. We lie, we cheat, we steal. We lie, we cheat, we steal. Mama, sit down.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
And of course, joining us tonight is the man behind the entire Rewind Wrestling Network, to be honest. He is the man that, well, got us. He is the host of the Rewind Wrestling Network. He is the man that loves to watch the world burn and lives for flippy shit.
Fuck you.
I couldn't even say it without laughing, bro. I fucked myself up. That's pathetic.
Oh, Jesus.
He is the one and only Ted Weston, folks. Oh, that's the wrong button. That's the wrong button.
What about that?
Oh, my God. What's up, Top Rope fam? Thank you for having me. I appreciate you guys bringing me on, even though it was a mandate from the company CEO. Thank you for abiding by the rules and regulations set forth by your new home as of next week.
Wow. Considering the music I just played, I guess we could also call Teddy the Cyrus to my Paul Heyman.
Oh my God! I'm
One of these days, I'm just gonna get on and have this whole big promo about I hate this fucking network. No, I'm kidding.
Listen, I kept my receipt. I can return your shit. All right.
Return me for what?
Listen, I paid top dollar for this show to join my network. Damn it.
And you're getting your money's worth, my friend.
Oh, I must be. I paid all the Doge Elon coin here. You know, it's all right. It's all right. I paid like 14 million coins for this show, and it all added up to like 2 pesos. So we're good. You know, we're here. We live, baby. We live. You know?
Oh hell yeah! In the immortal words of Kofi Wheatston, we live, baby. Is Bruce
That's
holding
right.
out on the show because MJF didn't show up to ruin the AEW title match? No. Bruce is walking his dog. He got in a little late. He was scarfing down dinner. He's going to be here momentarily. We just wanted to jump on.
Bruce is not here because he knows that if he comes on and starts yelling at me about MJF, we're gonna have words, and he has to acknowledge me. So it is what it is. All right, we're gonna put all the fucking cards on the table.
You know what, Grandma? I was so hoping he would jump in the sidebar as soon as Ted said that. Well, we just so happen to have. That would have been the perfect timing.
Oh man!
But yeah, I'm trying to remember. I know we haven't done it in a while, but has there ever been a live watch along on the Rewind Wrestling Network?
There has been one.
Okay, so for the second time,
back in the OG days, right? Me, Cuz, and Will, that very first SummerSlam, right after we started the network, we did one. And it was awful. It was god awful. It was bad because we watched the shows on the projector, and so in order for us to see the show, it was dark as shit. And so then we're like positioning the lights in like weird places and trying to get people. That was back when we didn't know what the hell we were doing. We act like we know what we're doing now. At least we at least try to look like we.
I gotta say, we have not done this in forever. The last one I remember is Grandma and I did a Dynamite watch along. After the I don't know how manyth time Leo Rush retired, and the running joke that night was Leo Rush retired.
I remember that episode actually.
Yeah, I think you were in the live chat for that.
I was in the live chat for that show.
Pay-per-view at some point. You, me, and Brucey.
Oh,
I thought we did. Did I imagine that?
I'm sure we did. It's just been a while. I mean, we did a group chat for SummerSlam, but that wasn't like for the people. That was just for us.
Well, that's because if people saw what was in the group chat, y'all would get canceled. So.
It wasn't that bad.
I mean, this guy would definitely get canceled. So
I'm looking at the announced card tonight for SmackDown, and I'm not seeing much, to be honest. They're like keeping it under wraps. I mean, we've got the 4-way elimination because of Toxic Attraction's injury after Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark got injured. I think I mentioned it in maybe both our chats, but it feels like the Sasha and Naomi curse is worse than anything Danhausen has ever thrown out there.
Yeah,
right.
it is.
It is.
I love it.
It's fantastic.
Let that be a lesson.
NXT tag teams are just dropping like flies. So we're going to have that, obviously. And then after that, we've got Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn. And I did love seeing Sami get the big pop in his hometown. That was cool.
That was nice, yeah.
And
the New Day is supposed. The New Day will return and bring positivity to SmackDown.
AKA they're getting beat the fuck up.
Yeah. By a couple of Vikings. Oh, this has got to be Ted's favorite match. Happy Corbin goes one-on-one with Ricochet, king of flippy shit.
Oh, see, like Ricochet is. I like Ricochet. I love watching him work. He is the king of the flippy shit, and usually they save all the flippy shit for him. But he's working with the most boring. I mean, the most boring partner since Lance fucking Storm. I mean, let's go.
Oh,
all right.
I'd argue the guy's a little worse than Lance Storm, but okay.
I just said sense. I didn't say who was worse. I think you're right. Man, just bad news Bears, and not even like the good way, and bad news Barrett. Just bad news.
No. It's just bad news. Ready for SmackDown. Palm Blanco for life. Somebody's been paying attention to Grandma. Finally, we are complete.
There's my guy.
Because we are now joined by the founder of Top Rope Wrestling Talk, the biggest MJF mark you will ever fucking meet.
See, sorry, I've been
he
working
is
with
badass, but he is also high class.
Yeah, he is.
He is the one. He is the only Bruce.
Yes, I am.
And he knows it.
Yes, I do. What it is.
I'm glad you could join us. Even though you're late for the staff meeting here, Brucey.
Life gets in the way. I've been late for one show in 3 years. Shit happens. It's
all that
okay.
matters is that my man's here. That's all that matters.
It's still getting written up in the Rewind HR department right now. I'm just saying.
Oh no!
Listen, it won't be the first time. It'll be the second.
That's true.
And we've only been here like 4 weeks.
Already,
Oh my God!
Fights. I love it.
Half the damn time, it's like, Bruce, we need to see you. I thought that would be me, but no. The one with the high class is... I figured my psychotic shit-talking ass would get brought into the office every week. No, high class this way, please. Really?
That's right.
I'm just gonna sit here and say, at least you haven't gotten suspended yet. It could be worse.
Wow.
I'm sure it's
Amy-
coming.
Can't suspend Brucey. Brucey doesn't give a shit.
Amy's in
I'm
here
sure
like,
it's coming.
boo.
Amy,
To Ted,
Amy,
not Tom and Wendy.
the betrayal is fucking real right now.
I'll
Hey,
give it to her.
Wendy.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
You leave the greatest prediction champion in the world alone. Ref Fit
That's me.
is the best.
Oh, zip it,
Oh,
mouth of the
man.
migrated South. I am the greatest champion. 20. She got like
Hell
6.
no. Ref Fick even got a belt to prove it.
I have a belt.
Yeah,
I
but
have
you bought
two.
the belt.
You
You
bought him.
bought the belt.
No, actually,
You bought him.
the
You
big
didn't win him.
gold, the
Oh,
big
yeah.
gold I won in a competition. It was a wrestling trivia competition, but I won it anyway.
Damn, I'd love to win big gold belt for wrestling trivia. I gotta make my way down to Virginia. Like, let's go.
Are you kidding? It was an international contest, and I won. Like 500 people started at the beginning of the year, and by the end of the year, I came out.
Look, y'all completely scared. Like, Chris had nailed it. Chris nailed why I wasn't here. He nailed it.
Why? Because MJF
because
didn't
Roman
run in?
Reigns is gonna make you acknowledge him tonight. Like,
No, I'm gonna shut the
Oh.
TV off when he comes on, or go to the bathroom, or one or the other.
Wait. Time out. That's if
Anything.
he comes on. Okay.
that's
Yeah. Him and Liv Morgan are my bathroom breaks.
Oh, come on. Here
Yep,
we go.
yep.
You're already taking shots
with
at
you
my
on that.
girl. Already taking shots.
Now,
at my
to
girl.
be fair, you did throw the tribal chief at him. So
I did. That's 100%.
And what's up, Ivan? Happy Friday.
Hey, Ivan. Hey,
Hey there, Alvalito.
What's good? I'm
Just
waiting
getting
for
ready
Jay
to watch
Leno not be on
SmackDown,
my
which is
screen
going to be
anymore.
on in like mere seconds here.
Yeah.
Jay Leno's new show that he didn't retire
I'm sure
from, even
we'll,
though he retired from shit.
When we get the commercials or we get the legs in action, I'm sure we'll have a few things we want to talk about, maybe outside of the WWE universe, because that's how we roll here.
99% of our stuff is outside that universe.
Yeah. How many Dojilon coins do I have left? Can I pay Bruce enough to?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now, Ted. This is the first time I've watched SmackDown in almost 2.5 years.
It's true.
He's
The
not kidding.
first time.
I'm
in
proud
I
of
haven't
2.5
watched it
years.
live in a while because obviously I'm here when it's on. So
Right.
I catch up with Little Psycho typically on Saturday while I'm doing the background stuff.
I mean, listen, I
the show.
usually DVR it too, brother. I'm usually like, I don't want to watch the commercials. I have so much going on in my life that I can't dedicate a 3-hour Raw and a 2-hour SmackDown and a 2-hour Dynamite and a 1-hour Rampage. I can't do it all. So I compress all of that by skipping all the commercials through that DVR.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. What's
You
up,
know?
Pro Wrestling Podcast? Or should I say, AO? Or should I just let him say it?
Hey, yo.
QPD Papa.
QPD, adopted Papa Razor. We're getting ready.
All right, let's do it, you guys.
Still
At least
says
we're
PG.
together.
Still says PG.
Did they stop TV 14 again?
Yeah, a report
think-
came out today that said that they're not going to move forward with the 14 just yet.
Oh,
But I mean, has the programming gotten better regardless?
yes.
No.
Well, then yes, it has.
Like a little bit.
Is
A
it
little
perfect
bit.
yet? No,
No,
but
it's better.
But it's better than CM Punk versus Mox 2.
Hey,
next
no,
weekend.
don't even.
So-
No, here's the thing. Before this show even starts, don't even fucking go there, you WWE fanboy that praised rematch after rematch after rematch after rematch in WWE.
What
Ain't going there.
rematches have I praised? What
Brucey,
rematches have I praised?
By the way,
Nope.
this is the
Ain't going
first
there.
rematch of the Triple H era, jerking the curtain. Ricochet versus Happy Corbin. There's your first rematch.
Whoa, how many rematches have they had in AEW like that?
Oh, I know. I'm just
Uh,
saying. I'm not
Uno,
knocking
first
you.
one.
I'm not.
One.
I'm just
And y'all
stating the
listen,
fact.
I just don't want to see
Calm
Punk.
down.
I just don't want to see Punk. I don't give a
You
shit
know
about
Punk's
the rematch.
winning, right? You
Ooh,
know
what?
Punk's
We
winning,
get-
right?
Oh, I
Punk's
think
winning.
he will. I think
Punk's
he will.
winning, and then
That'd be
MJ
crazy.
is
We got to dig
Get
into that a
title
little
from
bit.
him.
But
Yeah, we'll
let's
definitely
see.
have to dig into that
Chris-
with the commercial breaks.
Chris
We
is
might
asking,
get Legato tonight.
do we get Legato tonight?
who?
Legato
Legato de
Phantasmo.
Fantasma.
Who?
What are you now, Bruce?
Yes, I'm part of the New Day.
He's an honorary member of the New Day. He's filling in for Big E.
But I have no idea.
We
who
call
that
him
is.
Huge B.
Look at that. Even the New Day returns tonight,
Mhm.
and I bet you Big E's the return.
And you would
Big
have known
E's
that.
tonight's big return.
And you would have known that if you weren't late.
What?
Big E.
He's here. He's here. You know.
I told you the New Day was coming back. You weren't here.
Um,
Devin!
didn't
God, I
Big
hate-
E
What's up, Devin?
just say that he's cleared to live in everyday life, but he's not sure he'll ever get cleared to go back in a ring?
Yeah.
But he doesn't have to get back in the ring.
Yeah,
no, I
he
think
did
I
say
think
that.
he
He
can
can
be
be
one of
the
the best
best.
managers of ever.
Okay, whoever
Absolutely.
said this is probably Bruce's best friend right now.
Yeah.
Especially
Absolutely.
since it said during SmackDown.
Absolutely.
Oh
They know
no, I
what they're
can't hear
talking
Happy
about.
Corbin's promo. I'm so sad.
That was Kevin Michael. Cheers to you, sir.
Oh, Key!
Oh, it's great.
The Keymaster is in the building. What's going on, Kev?
Man, this camera's like.
Also, you keep mispronouncing bum ass. It's bum ass Corbin.
Ah, yes.
Bum
Bum-ass
ass
Corbin.
Yo, where'd my Stone Cold pop go?
I am dying for British. I'm dying to hear British fans chant that just for the accent.
Bum-ass
Bum ass Corbin.
Bum-ass
So bum ass Corbin is starting to look like bum ass Corbin again. He's like wearing the T-shirt now, and
Mm-hmm. He's definitely looking like what Pump
I-
Blanco describes him as.
I'd dress like that too if I lost to an announcer.
yeah, that's solid, brother. That's absolutely true.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was damn good.
They just need to bring the lone wolf Baron Corbin back and get
Fact,
it over with.
God, the
I think I have to like.
boring,
I think I have.
though.
I think I have to officially salute Brucey for.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Well played, sir.
Oh.
NyQuil Corbin. It's true,
Yeah,
Brian.
Sequel Corbin. For when you just need to get some sleep.
Look, that photo with the long-haired Ricochet with Triple H is paying off. He's getting TV time now.
Yeah.
I'm always Bruce's best friend. I thought
That's
you were my
right.
best friend, Key.
Tyler's gonna be pissed, man. That's his tag team partner.
We loved having him on the show. I don't know why you guys suspended him. You love him.
We suspended him because he was encouraging people to slide into Ivy's DMs. God damn it!
Okay, that one's
because of his
fair.
opinions. It wasn't
Okay,
because
that
of his
one's
fucking
fair.
opinions. Like,
That's a good reason. I want to fight you
He's
because
an
I love
HR
Kev,
liability.
but that would be like us encouraging, people to. I'm not even going to say.
Yeah, look at a
Y'all
whole
want to send
fucking
some
mouth.
dick pics? Tom's DMs are wide open. Like,
No.
Yes, any
let's
dick
go.
pics being sent, send them to Dominic Foxhill.
No.
Send him his way.
He's
Bruce
all the way
Higgins.
over there on the far left.
High class loves man ass. Send it to
I mean, Ted's open too. I mean, Ted will take him too.
Nah, my shit's set to
Open for
private,
business.
bro. They
Y'all
can't
open
DM
for
me.
My little brother Wendy doesn't accept him though.
No.
No,
No.
no
Send him
no
my way,
grandma.
and your
No.
mother's gonna see him too.
Listen,
And if we encourage
anyone sends
people to
dick
do
pics
that,
grandma,
Wendy
you gotta
will
deal
dick
with
punch
ID.
one of us. So I'm not gonna do it.
I will drive to where you are,
Kevin,
And she
I will
has.
regret your
that's
life
my
choices.
boy right there.
Well, maybe not,
That
but
is
she
my
has
boy.
drove to where I am, so I'm
Thanks for the
definitely
reminder.
worried.
Ivy loves DMs. God damn it, Kevin. Looks like you're gonna become a permanent host on Top
Hey,
Rope because
Charlie,
Ted ain't gonna let you back on.
Kevin, shut the fuck up.
Happy Corbin is here to
All right.
stay. I mean, I guess he works as a heel because I fucking hate him, but God.
So here's a little something that I wanted to talk about. Because us as fans have always pretty much had issues with name changes, say coming from NXT to main roster. Those
Right.
name changes. We've all had
We've
someone that we're like, "Are you fucking?"
Oh my god, yeah.
But
Butch.
this time AEW has made a name change to a tag team. So
Really?
Bear Country is no longer known as Bear Country. They are now known as Iron Savages. And they actually have a manager. And they came out on Dark and finally got to be the tag team that they should have been and the tag team they were on the Indies and basically just squashed whoever they were in the ring with. Ted, what are your thoughts on AEW changing the name of Bear Country? Do you think this is a good name change for them?
I'm not going to be overly critical of it because I don't know that Bear Country was over enough as a gimmick. You know what I mean? Like as a gimmick name for the tag team.
Mhm.
The average wrestling fan that's sitting at home that is a mainstream fan, you say Bear Country and they go, "Is that somewhere you go hunting?" So I don't think that it's a terrible name change, to be honest with you. I think that every now and then a rebrand is good. I mean, you have something like The Undertaker got rebranded as the American Badass, right? Everyone still knew it was the fucking Undertaker, but it was a rebrand. So I don't see it as being a name change for the sake of a name change. I see it as this gimmick wasn't working to get them over and make them a household name, and now it is. And I think that's the important part with those name changes. Pete Dunne, terrible name change.
Terrible.
Stupid fucking name
Awful.
change to Butch, right? I mean, I could get behind them just calling him Dunn. You know what I mean? Or just or calling him Pete something else or whatever. You know what I mean?
Or something done.
Exactly. Like I could have gotten over that, but Butch, it's fucking terrible. So I don't have any complaints about it, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Devin, it's not that we really care. It's a topic. It's a segment for the show. Okay, bro. It's a segment for the show.
Butch is
Wendy.
a saint. Yes. Sorry, I got distracted by Kevin's Butch is a saint.
What are your feelings on the name change for Bear Country? Do you think that this is going to help them, or you think this is going to hurt them?
I mean, part of me wants to be consistent of my judgments and why the fuck with the name changes. I'll be honest, part of me wants consistency. Part of me is like, if it's gonna help them and if it's gonna do something for them mentally, oh shit, we gotta step up our game to roll with this fucking name, all right, cool. Plus we don't know the backstory if it was them who decided it, if they approached TK hey, we have an idea, or who approached whom, but if it's gonna help, all right, cool,
I think the biggest problem I have with name changes is the fact that they're established talent, whether it be tag teams, singles competitors, whatever. We know these guys and we know their names, and then they get something new. I don't want to pass judgment on Bear Country because I do agree with you guys. They weren't the most well-known team. I knew them because I watched the shows on YouTube when I can, but not a lot of people do. And I haven't even seen the new gimmick because I didn't get to watch Dark this week. So I want to reserve judgment a little bit and just see it.
Am I
And
the
I
only
mean,
one
as
that
long as
watches
they're on,
guys in
as
the
long as
indies?
they're on Dark, it doesn't really matter to begin with because, like, the general fan, the hardcore fans, the IWC fans, we're gonna jump out there and find that stuff. The everyday fans that turn on Dynamite because it's on TBS once a week and that they happen to watch something that was on TBS before that and got it in the changeover, they aren't gonna know, so it's not gonna matter to them.
Right?
The Fairweather fans.
Yep.
I thought we
Those
called
are the
those
worst.
casual.
I kind of like Fairweather better. I
Ivan
really
was,
do.
Bro, Vince Russo.
Oh,
Bro,
Oh, you missed that. That was last week, Ivan. He was
Bro.
last
hold
week's
on. You're a
show.
week behind. You're a week behind, puppy.
Ooh, that turnbuckle spot looked nasty.
Yeah, it did. I was
That looked
just about to say
stupid
something
nasty.
about that.
Well, that's just because Ricochet can sell like a mother trucker.
Yeah, I can.
Oh,
Like- Ooh, it's a great sell job. You're right, but
Ooh,
I mean, this match is more entertaining than I would normally give it credit for with Corbin being involved.
yeah.
I only find it entertaining because of Ricochet.
I'll watch Dark if and only
Well, listen,
if
Ricochet-
Goldberg is on it.
Key.
Okay,
Ricochet could make a broomstick look good, though. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day,
that's true.
he's playing off of somebody in Corbin that allows him to really make his sell jobs mean something.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Corbin's delivery in the ring has never really been a problem. It's everything else about him. He needs a mouthpiece. He needs a mouthpiece and a gimmick change.
How many gimmick changes can one person have in their career?
I mean,
This dude's
honestly,
already had 5.
I mean, look at
was
Chris
at the
Jericho,
point-
bro.
I was
Look
at
at Chris
yeah,
Jericho.
that's true.
Jericho's actually good.
I'll
He's
be
good
honest, I was
what
at the
he
point
does.
with the Lone Wolf where it was like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just let it be this. Like, then he was corporate, then he was king, then he was broke, now he's happy. That's like 6 gimmicks in 3 years, man.
That hasn't been 3 years. But
Didn't he lose
Yeah,
to
but Jericho's
Riddick
like,
Moss?
slow down, dude.
didn't he lose to who?
Riddick Moss?
He did.
Or Madcap Moss. I'm sorry
Madcap
for everyone out there that doesn't know who he was before he went to the main roster. And mind you, I want everyone to know he's actually been in WWE for a good 10 plus years.
Yeah, he's been around for a minute.
He's just been in NXT for
Oh, Ricochet about that? No, he's not.
That's always a really cool spot. But
That was nice.
That step up in Seguri missed. He kicked him like in the armpit.
Yeah. Deep Six and the Falcon Arrow have one thing in common, and there it is. Everyone kicks out.
No one kicks out of the Falcon Arrow.
Yeah, they do.
Ever. Right, Wendy?
I don't know what you're watching, but yes, they do. Corbin's last pay-per-view win was against who?
Ooh.
Was it Kurt Angle?
It might have been Angle when he retired Angle.
Bum ass Corbin.
Because it's been
Nobody?
a minute since he wanted a pay-per-view. Bum ass Corbin. Sorry. I think it's Kurt Angle.
I was there for that shit.
Really? Wow.
That was the dumbest idea on Kurt Angle's behalf. to
I
have
was
his
mad
final
at that
match
shit.
against that douchebag.
It's not Angle.
No, like I
Okay.
was physically present for it, not that I was there for
No,
it.
I
like,
know.
I appreciated it, Dom.
No. I know what you meant.
Oh, wait,
I know
wait,
what you meant.
Didn't he end up beating Braun Strowman in a pay-per-view?
He might have. We need a Jamie. Amy, you're in the chat. Look it up and tell us.
I'm amazed Wendy hasn't yet.
Oh man. I really want Ricochet to come away with the win here. Legitimize his chance at going back and getting an IC title win by getting an IC title challenge.
It wasn't Braun
That
either.
belt's still
Goddamn.
around. Who even holds that belt?
Gunther.
Gunther.
Oh, Walter. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Yo, he and Shinsuke had an amazing fucking match.
Yeah, and
I know
Bruce. I know
we
you haven't
talked
been
about
watching.
Bobby Lashley bringing kind of that respect back to the
Yeah.
U.S. title, but that match really brought some respect back to the IC.
Yeah,
Well,
for
yeah,
sure.
last IC champ didn't even have an opportunity to put a fucking name on it because he was never on TV. Ricochet.
True.
Yeah,
Oh,
but you know,
was he got it?
I can't say he wasn't on TV. He was on TV with the Intercontinental Championship.
He had a couple of
wasn't on
defenses.
pay-per-views.
He wasn't on pay-per-views, but he had a couple of defenses. Shinsuke wasn't on TV. He didn't defend it. He didn't do anything.
Yeah,
he had one
Shinsuke-
defense
Oh, yeah.
against Sammy, and then he lost, and then that was that.
Didn't he have like one like pre-show match on some
There it
pay-per-view?
is.
Yep. He had like one
Against
kickoff match.
Roman Reigns. That's awesome. That right there just makes me like Corbin.
I completely forgot about that one, Key. I'm not even gonna lie. Was that during the
Honestly,
whole dog food thing?
I didn't even know they had a match.
You don't remember Corbin like handcuffing Roman to the turnbuckle post and like pouring dog food
that's
on him?
right.
No,
I'd
I
forgotten
Yeah.
didn't
that.
see that.
Back-to-back clean wins. Well, the last time he beat Corbin, Pom Blanco kind of punted Corbin in grapefruit. So I don't know if that one was clean, but this one was.
I had forgotten about that.
Yeah,
And now we get the Pom Blanco
Good for
telestrator. I love it.
Now,
there it is.
how bad would it be if they go back to fucking broke Corbin again? No.
But listen, I liked that gimmick.
I kind of liked watching him suffer. I'm not gonna lie.
I liked that gimmick. He was still completely hateable, even though he was.
He really was.
supposed to
There
be,
was like
getting
no
pity.
redeeming him in that.
He was like,
Exactly.
"Can I get $1?" And people were
It
like,
was
"Fuck
like-
you, dude!" And nobody got mad. That's heel
Like,
shit.
fuck that shit out, man. Yeah, it sucks to be him, but fuck him.
Corbin, you
Yeah.
shouldn't be holding your stomach that long because
Oh shit!
Ricochet doesn't weigh that much.
Not really.
He's trying to sell. At least he's
Horrible.
not no-selling the shit out of a giant dive spot. I'm just saying.
True.
You know, it
When?
could be worse. He could have a million flippy spots, and then they keep getting up like nothing happened. Just saying.
Mhm. That's true.
Yeah, you know, it happens.
Wow.
Really?
A summit meeting between the Street Profits and Hit Row.
Hit Row's not the same without Swerve. Swerve made that whole team. I think they're garbage without Swerve. That's just my opinion.
I think
I
you're
mean,
wrong.
I think they're a solid tag team. I think that Swerve definitely made them better. I think that there's no arguing that Swerve made them better. But I also think that Swerve being in a stable doesn't help Swerve.
No.
No, not really.
No.
You know, like him being in a tag team is okay right now, but ultimately he's got to be he's going to be a singles guy.
Yeah.
And I don't think that him being part of Hit Row was beneficial to him, and I don't think it was beneficial to Hit Row because then it generates exactly what you just expressed, right? Whereas
gotta
now
be
these
honest,
guys have an
when I
opportunity to
watched-
get over on their own. Just
When I
saying.
watched it, it felt like that click was more beneficial to Top Dollar than anyone.
Mhm.
He had his own music videos. He had his own freestyles in and outside the ring.
Mhm.
He was the focal point of the entire faction, and Swerve and Adonis, and they were just kind of in the background. How B-Fab got more of a push than either one of them.
Mhm. And it's funny because Swerve had gold,
Yeah,
and he
And they
was still
were-
kind of the second focus,
and they were putting Top Dollar on Front Street.
So I think this is good for Hit Row. I think where Swerve at is good for him. And actually, it's funny because the Rewind crew and I just filmed an episode last night where we talked about the state of the current WWE tag division, and on that episode, and I won't spoil too much of it for when it comes out on the network here, but my big thing is that Hit Row is one of the only tag teams on WWE TV that you can see having a legitimate run with tag team championships.
Yeah.
Right, because you've got a whole list of tag teams out there, you know.
What, 5?
you got the Usos, you got the Profits. Those are both obvious teams that can hold the gold, and it's legitimate, right?
Yeah.
And you've got Alpha Academy, who is a legitimate team and has legitimate heat.
They're still a team.
They're still a team,
Yes.
and they won gold previously, and they have legitimate heat. They could be contenders and have a legitimate run. And you've got the Viking Raiders.
So five tag teams in 2 shows.
And the New Day, exactly. So but you have other tag teams that just aren't viable to hold those championships. The Lotharios,
when you look at
Mysterios,
who's
Judgment
there.
Day, Ciampa and Miz, Jinder and Shanky, Maximum Male Models. Those
None
guys
of them
aren't
are serious
aren't
contenders.
none of those are contenders.
But then when you look at the ones that you listed, it's like, okay, well, Street Profits really would have a tough time getting back into the title picture. I mean, I know the first match they lost, but then they lost clean in the second one. So it's like, how do you get back in the picture after all that?
You have quality matches against those other tag teams.
Yeah, but you're still going to lose to the Usos. Like, we know this.
That's the only tag team that matters in WWE. That's the only part of the bloodline that I appreciate, and I've liked them since they had the face paint.
You and me both, bro. You and me both. Oh, I'm not knocking the Usos. I'm just saying it's going to be hard for them to get back in. Alpha Academy has kind of been sidetracked with,
I agree.
Other background shit. There's a lot of stuff going on.
But I think the Viking Raiders. I think the Viking Raiders are going to be the ones to dethrone the Usos.
Yeah,
I think with the push that they're getting right now, I think that they will be the ones to dethrone the Usos.
I was going to say the best hope you have is that somehow the Viking Raiders get in and take down the Usos, because if you recall, they were supposed to have a title match in Saudi Arabia, and then one of them got hurt. Correct. It never even happened, and they never got it.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
So they could walk back in the door today and be like, "Hey, you remember you're going to give us that title match?"
They could potentially.
We want it
Drew McIntyre's life.
I seriously think this is the same video from before WrestleMania when he fought Brock.
I think you're right.
If you remember back to the pandemic WrestleMania, as Brucey recalls, the biggest.
That's real original.
No, I mean, I swear it's the exact same video.
That's what I'm saying. It's really original.
Ooh. I mean, if you got it in the can, you might as well use it.
I mean, if it's been 2 years since it's been used,
at least, yeah.
Again, the mainstream fan, the casual fan, isn't going to remember that.
I mean, I think they've added some stuff from
recently,
from other promotions that they bought since that WrestleMania, but it's pretty much the same damn video.
Yeah.
Oh, what do we got in the comment? You need to build division again. Yeah, that's true. By adding them into storylines. Yeah, I feel you on that one, Ivan. Oh, how they put the Raiders in with New Day and turned them heel. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that feud should have fucking no. Chicken fucking turkey thighs and
you're thinking Street Profits, bro.
Whatever.
We're talking about the recent one.
No, we're talking about like the last 2 months, 3 months. The Viking Raiders have been heels against the New Day and absolutely just demolishing them.
The way they took out Xavier Woods was like,
Ooh, yeah.
That shit was brutal.
Gruesome.
I'm sure they'll replay that if the New Day are coming back. So you've missed nothing, folks, if you haven't seen it.
Well, I mean, listen, that's something that the WWE is really good at. I mean, let's be real and give kudos where it's due, right? The WWE is really good at getting you caught up if you're a casual fan who hasn't watched in 2 months, right? They're really good with their video packages of being able to deliver that for their fans.
I'm fine with that, as long as it's not. The only thing that I hate is like the moments ago. Like, you weren't watching 2 minutes ago. Why were you not watching 2 minutes ago when the shit happened?
Yep.
Yeah.
And moments ago turns into earlier, It's like, all right.
I'm starting to be reminded of why I haven't
Somebody
been
give Bruce a WWE update.
Yeah, like 3 years worth of updates, Devin.
It's weird because like Drew McIntyre's like whole body got big, even his face, it like poofed.
Yeah.
Steroids do you well. The
They're-
right kind.
According to the Russians, they're vitamins, Brucey. Vitamins.
Yes.
He's just taking
Vitamin.
Mexican supplements. You leave him alone.
Yeah. He's getting all natural supplements from Tijuana. It's fine.
That's all.
Can we
it
talk
is.
for a second about how lit next weekend could be, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
You know, because next weekend you've got Clash at the Castle on Saturday. You've got Worlds Collide on Sunday afternoon, and All Out on Sunday night.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not interested at Clash at the Castle. I'm really not. Like, there's nothing on there that interests me.
Oh, Karen.
That's just me, dude. That's me being honest. I'm
No,
not
I got you.
interested in that pay-per-view at all. Not one bit. I don't even. They
Really?
could go to goddamn Mars and have the same pay-per-view, and I wouldn't be interested.
They got a couple of matches lined up that I'm interested in. Like Gunther I'm sorry. Gunther versus Sheamus should be damn good.
You had it right the first time.
Oh my God,
Walter.
Scarlett Bordeaux looks like Pamela Lee in the 90s. That's so fucking
She
weird.
really does.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's like, is this
I mean, damn, I'm getting
Smackdown or did I
flashbacks to Baywatch, bro.
Right?
Exactly.
I
Peter
switched
the
channels
Red
and the
Bathing
movie
Suit.
Barbed Wire was on.
Yes,
What the fuck
Ivan.
just
Really. Yes, Ivan. I am being for real. I am not interested in that pay-per-view one iota.
I mean, to be honest, I'm not going to lie to you. I have very little interest in All Out. I have very little interest.
That's fine.
It's
you know?
feeling like it's feeling too thrown together for me.
Okay.
There's a
The
handful of
last
things.
like 2 or 3 pay-per-views have felt a little bit like that though.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
even though they do them quarterly, which
Right.
should be enough time to like build up stories and like stretch everything out like an old school cheesy pizza, they're just kind of like you know,
Exactly.
like a microwave top pocket. Not that good, but you'll still eat it.
Like I've seen Bryan
So
Danielson and
good.
Jericho before. You know, I think they're hoping like that'll turn a bunch of heads. But the problem is we've seen it.
You
know?
saw it in WWE. You haven't seen it in AEW. And Danielson wrestles a completely different style in AEW than he did in WWE. And you can't deny that.
I can't deny it, but it's not enough to make me want to pay $50 for a pay-per-view, Bruce.
Oh, no, that's yeah.
I mean, you know, either way, do
know?
you? But I'm excited for the entire weekend, to be honest.
I mean, I have that level of excitement of like what it could be because the match qualities is going to be great at all.
Oh, yeah.
Like I will never say that the wrestling is bad. Like the
Ooh,
match
so-
quality is fantastic. You know, everyone seems to think that I hate AEW and I hate all the matches in AEW and on AEW television. No, I just want it to make fucking sense.
It's like Arkansas and it's like Kansas and Arkansas, man. Some shit just doesn't
These
make
guys
sense.
will tell you. I've said the same thing about WWE before Trips took over.
Mhm.
It's like, I don't hate this shit. I want it to be good and I want it to make fucking sense.
Exactly.
And right now it doesn't and it isn't.
And you know what? You're not alone in that from our side of things on the Rewind Wrestling Radio Show either. You know, like that was one of our constant complaints over the last 3 years. You go back and you can cherry pick any episode you want. You know, especially during the COVID era, we're just like this shit doesn't make sense. Why are we still fans? You know, we're fans so that we can watch it on the network. Oh wait, the network is now on the cock and everything sucks because the search feature sucks. Shit, why are we still here?
The only reason why I got it is because I watch other stuff on Peacock.
Right?
I watch
didn't
The
ask
Office.
You.
I got
for
it
The
because
Office.
it was free with my cable plan.
Fair.
I was like, oh, okay, it's moving over there. Well, I have it. I guess I'll set up an account.
So can we talk for a second? Shotzi just came out, right?
Right.
Can we
And-
talk for a second about Shotzi?
Sure.
What the fuck are they doing?
I have no clue.
They're doing exactly what they
None.
need to do with her. Keep her in catering because she's not that good.
My biggest question is where the fuck is the tank?
Well, here's the thing. If she were a face, I would be asking that question. But she's not. She's a heel. And as a heel, you don't want gimmicky stuff that's going to get you over in a face way.
Yeah, Ivan, I said it. I don't like Shotzi. I'm not a fan of hers. Why do people get so surprised when I say I'm not a fan of somebody? Everybody's shocked when I
He
say
said
there's
that
somebody that I
before,
don't
Ivan.
like.
He said that
This isn't
before
the
she even
first
got to
time.
NXT, bro.
She used to be so
I'm
much
not a
better in the
Shotzi
indies.
fan. I'm not.
What were you saying, Wendy?
Just me.
She used to be so much better in the indies.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think that a lot of times people that translate really well for the indie crowd and learn how to be on TV never are able to take all of those skill sets and make them be good on television. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because wrestling on TV is different than wrestling in an indie show.
Yep. Oh
And
God, 1000%.
and I think that she's just one of those people that she's a fantastic wrestler.
Yeah.
If she's not focused on wrestling for TV.
Yes.
You know? I think that in NXT her work was better than she's been on the main roster because they had different angles for NXT.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The angles are different for NXT.
The comfort level was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think she has room to grow.
Mhm.
I think she has a lot of room to grow.
Oh yeah, I still think she could be good on the main roster. At least she's getting some run now. Where for months there it was like, where is Shotzi? And then all of a sudden she popped back up.
She's where she belongs.
I've said the same thing.
Who is her tag team partner? Who is that?
She came up from NXT.
Who?
I'm still in commercial. I'm not looking at who her tag team partner
Oh,
was.
Shotzi's tag partner. It's Xia Li.
Xia Li, thank you.
Oh yeah, Xia Li.
Yeah.
So she was only in NXT for like a cup of tea though.
Oh, she's another one that I didn't care for in NXT.
Yeah, I never really got behind her either. Although I will say this, as a martial artist, I love watching her kick because her kicks
Got
are
some great fucking
fantastic.
kicks.
Her kicks are fantastic, but
They're
that's
tremendous.
about as much as I like to watch of her.
Oh, this is the Fatal 4-Way?
Yeah, it's the elimination fatal 4-way.
Both the NXT tag teams that were in this tournament,
Yeah,
someone
they
has
got
gotten
hurt. Yeah.
So
that
now
damn
they're taking
Sasha
all the teams
Naomi
that
curse,
lost.
man.
Yeah,
It's
now they're
that
taking
damn
all the teams
Sasha
that lost.
Naomi curse, man. They're just sitting at home like,
Are they still calling her fucking Dewdrop, or did they finally change her name back?
they're
No, she's
still
still
calling
Dewdrop.
her Dewdrop. See, these are the kind of name changes I don't like, and it's for the
These
same
are some
reason
of
we
the
talked
worst
about,
tag teams ever.
because they don't make any fucking sense.
Just like these tag teams.
Like
They don't make sense.
Dewdrop and Nikki Ash. No.
Yeah, I
Piper
agree.
Niven,
I agree.
Nikki
These
Cross.
These tag teams were all just kind of thrown together happenstance tag teams. I hated that these teams were a thing. I'm of the opinion that the women's tag team championship should just be defended on all three brands again, so that way you have maybe 7 or 8
I thought
teams
that's where
between
we
the
were
three
going.
brands that could be good.
When they
You
had
know?
the moment on 2.0 where somebody threw the tag titles in the trash, I thought that's where
That
we were.
was Cora
Who was
Jade.
it? Cora Jade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a brain fart for a minute, but I knew who it was. When she did that,
Even
I
I know
figured,
that.
okay, so that's gone, and then we're just going to take these titles and we're going to
Do what we
you know,
originally
spread
said we
them
were going
through
to
the
do.
three brands, like they tried to do in the first place and fucked up royally. Back when like Dakota and Raquel were still tagging.
But I mean, like, do any of us really think that this tournament is going anywhere other than the heel team that just returned at SummerSlam winning?
You know it's going to Io Sky and King Coda.
Yeah, Io and Dakota are going to win it. Had Toxic Attraction stayed in it, I might have thought like, okay, this
No.
one could go either
No.
way. But
No.
now looking
No.
at the
Nope.
field, it's like, yeah, it's theirs for the taking.
Bailey's getting ready to win the championship.
They're going to
I mean,
keep those.
I'll
they're
give
gonna
these
keep those
women all the
titles.
credit in the world because, like, if you just saw what Xia Li and Shotzi did, like, they've actually come up with some tandem offense on the fly that looks kind of cool. And
Yeah.
they just got put together like 2 weeks ago. Not exactly easy to do, and at least pull off smoothly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only team I really
that was a
don't
terrible discus lariat.
Yeah, it kind of was. The only team I don't really like that much in this whole match is probably Dana and Tamina.
Yeah.
I am over the both of them. I don't want to see him get married. I don't want to see him get divorced. I don't want to see him have the 24/7 title for the 99th time. I just
don't want to see them. Like, I can do without it.
Is Dana still the 24/7 champion?
I think.
Yes.
Because what happened was, like, she lost it to a referee who became the first referee to win a title. Then Tamina took it from him. Then Dana took it from Tamina.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're tagging. Wait, did we just have an elimination?
Oh
shit! There goes Nikki.
You know,
and...
Sonya Deville and Natalia are winning this, right? They just did.
yeah.
I wasn't even looking at the screen.
I thought it was an elimination match, though. At least that's what they build it as on WWE.com, a 4-way elimination match.
Did they say 4-way elimination?
Oh my god, I hate how people just stand there and wait for someone to fall off the top rope. They just stand there and look at it.
Does it so much.
They get ready to like fair catching a punt. They're like, "Okay, I'm here. Come get."
Ooh, but did you guys see the landing from Nikki?
I did.
That foot rolling under there? That did not look good. And she immediately grabbed for it.
Okay, I could have swore they build this. Okay, I guess not. I could have swore they build this as an elimination match.
No, I think they just build it as a fatal 4-way. And fatal 4-way does not mean elimination in WWE anymore. It hasn't in a long time. The last time it meant that in WWE, I think, was X8. Yeah.
I could have swore like Monday they were saying it's an elimination match, and then they must have changed it during the week.
Maybe. I don't pay enough attention in the in-between segments to really...
I don't think you should have Bruce watch SmackDown again.
I think it's highly entertaining, Ivan. I don't know what you're talking about. I love watching Bruce have an aneurysm.
I'm not having an aneurysm. I'm just being honest. I'm being brutally honest.
It's a little of both. It's a little from column A and a little from column B.
Devin.
I'm here for it. Devin, I love it.
I want to love WWE.
Bruce loves the WWE.
I'm not there.
Ivan says, just kidding. I love you, Brucey. We all love Ivan. How can you not love the devious one?
Honestly.
Even if he wasn't our boss, I'd love him. I mean, I love Teddy, and technically he's our boss.
This match last week was pretty balls deep. And it was so great to watch Sami Zayn actually freaking work.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Ever since he took on this conspiracy gimmick, like he hasn't really worked. He's been like the gimmick match guy, and he's been the quick sneak out, like not even Latino heat length.
He's been like the celebrity gateway, you know. You name it.
It's. So I will say, like you say, he's been the king of the gateway and the celebrities. He was, I think it was on Broken Skull Sessions. He said that match with Johnny Knoxville is the highlight of his wrestling career.
Yeah, I heard him talking about it.
As fuck, but
he said there are actually like spots and stories that will hold up as a traditional wrestling match. And when I thought about it, I was like, yeah, you're fucking right. I mean, go and watch it if you haven't. When you hear him talk about it, you'll really have a tough time arguing it. Oh, look, it's the Brawling Brutes.
They've actually put something good on TV. I actually enjoy this. When I see him, I think of an Irish friggin'. You ever watch Peaky Blinders?
Yeah.
That's who they remind me of.
You know what? I didn't even fucking think about that until right now, and you're absolutely right.
The Brawling Brutes are going to challenge for the Trios tournament next week, and
sweet.
I'm not a fan.
It's gonna be the Brawling Brutes versus the Elite in the finals.
Yeah, the name Butch. I'm not. We're no.
But the whole wild card bit, love it.
Yes, I love the character, but I hate the name.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, guys, there is something that I like in WWE.
There you go.
There you go. I love it. I love it. I love the positivity I'm getting from you right now, Bruce.
Yeah, it'll change quick.
Just be realistic about your expectations.
Use the clip on.
You gotta lower your expectations, Ted. You gotta
what do you use the clip of?
They gotta be way down.
I missed that.
I mean, that's why I paid Dojilon coin for this show to be on my network, bro.
Like no expectations whatsoever.
Oh, the no fighting scene. Okay. Yeah, I I hadn't even thought about it. And honestly, Ivan, I must have blanked out because I'm watching it after the fact with a very hyped 11-year-old in the house. So distracted is an understatement. I apologize, homie.
All right, y'all. I got something else that I want to talk about with you guys. I got another segment topic for commercial break.
Shoot.
So Kim Morton, the Wives of Wrestling, and I quote, this is a direct quote from Kim Orton. So Randy told me one night he was in Gorilla, ready to walk out. I'm gonna bust out laughing. And Nia Jax walks up to him all upset and shows him a gay porn video she just found featuring a guy she was dating. Randy just walked out. Wendy.
Died. Oh my God.
Wendy, give me your thoughts and feelings on this.
When I heard that, I was like, oh my God, that is such a Jose response. Like, I swear to you, the husband would do the exact same thing. Like, meh, and just keep it moving. Like, not a single fuck. Like, tough shit. That's a personal problem. You know what? I won't help you. It's not that I cannot help you. It's that I'm choosing not to help you. Because that ain't my shit. Not my circus, not my monkeys. I got shit to do. Get the fuck out.
I got a match to have. Deuces.
Right? I fucking died. It was the funniest shit.
Honestly,
like,
I wonder if Randy walked away just thinking to himself, yeah, she looks like the gateway type, and then just went down the ramp.
he just doesn't care. He's just like, what the fuck ever.
Ted, what do you think? What do you think of this quote from Kim Orton?
I mean, listen, everybody's got exes that make them question themselves. And,
yeah, we do.
All I'm gonna say is that I hope that she's a little more secure in herself now, because that seems like that was a vulnerable moment for her.
Yeah,
and
right.
And Randy was like, "Fuck that noise," and walked away. So
Randy did his best, like Terry Reynolds impression. Just don't sell it. Don't sell it.
He literally was like, he right up.
Here's my thing. Of everybody that you've got backstage that you could go to, you go to Randy Orton, the same dude that shit on Vince's desk, and you go to him and show him this. What do you think he's going to do?
Would be sensitive.
Maybe should have took a shit on her phone. I don't know.
You know
Just
what?
consistency. You know?
Like all those astrology girls would probably be like, ugh, typical Aries, because he is April 1st. And I'm like, you know what? As a fellow Aries, yeah, I don't give a shit. You dated a guy doing gay porn,
Grandma.
tough shit. That's
Grandma.
on you, buddy. That's all.
Grandma.
I'm fucking
don't
you.
be hurting
Grandma.
my Ivy like that.
What?
Wafu alert.
I'm like on a bit of a delay.
Bro, I really hope she snaps Liv Morgan's leg.
Oh my God, 1,000%, yes.
I think 75% of the panel here is with you. And then there's Ted.
Legitimacy back to that damn title, because it really hasn't had none in a while.
I mean, is there really a more legit women's competitor than Ronda Rousey?
Yeah, Shayna Baszler. Yeah.
You put the two of them in an octagon, Ronda Rousey's going to do some damage.
Yeah, in an octagon, but we're talking wrestling here.
Yeah,
and we're talking
And
wrestling.
in wrestling, when
Shayna Baszler is 10 times the wrestler than
when you
Ronda
kind
Rousey.
of bring NXT back into the fold, because they've been doing that lately. I mean, even Gargano's return, he talked about how many titles he won there, which is something that you never got
Right.
with a main roster call-up. Shayna was damn near the most dominant female champion in NXT history. I mean, it's her, it's Asuka.
Like, how can you be a world champion if you don't even have a finisher?
right? If your gimmick doesn't make any, what are you? Sad raver girl? Your gimmick doesn't make fucking sense. What the fuck are you?
I
mean,
swear to
I'm
God.
not saying that the gimmick is working. I'm not saying the
I
gimmick
wanted,
is working.
even when I tried, because I brought this up when Key was on, and Wendy is here now, so she will back me up with this. At SummerSlam, when the title match happened, Bruce and Wendy completely disappeared.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
Just left. Like at that point, myself, my wife, Bruce, and Wendy were talking about SummerSlam. That match started, they dipped.
Okay, so
I tried watching it because I wanted to see how it was going to go and what was going to happen and everything else. And the first thing that stuck out of my head was it's kind of hard to root for somebody that comes to the ring in zip-up panties from Fredericks of Hollywood. It was okay for Goldust in the 90s, in the Attitude Era. For Liv Morgan in 2022, it just feels a little...
Yeah, the attire was cringy. We're not
trashy.
There's no defending it. Okay, I'm gonna ask a question though. Okay, I'm gonna ask a legitimate question. We all consider ourselves to be smart wrestling fans. Yes.
Not all the time, but yeah, most of the time.
So, what was the purpose of the SmackDown Women's Championship match at SummerSlam?
Nothing.
Don't give me the bullshit about what did it accomplish. I'm asking what the purpose of the match was.
I went into it thinking the purpose is to make Liv legitimate, and by the time it was done,
it didn't.
I didn't feel like it did.
That wasn't the purpose of the match.
Ronda Rousey just wanted to like take a break, and that's why she was like, "I'm gonna drop the title."
Well, what was the purpose, Ted? Because I know that's what you're waiting for us to say. Ted, what's the purpose?
Ted?
Sorry, I couldn't.
I love you,
couldn't
Grandma.
hear you. I couldn't hear you. You have a case of what I've usually has. You know, too much dumb shit coming out of mouths here. So,
You got your ears clogged. You need to fucking clean them out a little bit.
You didn't say that.
All right.
Yeah, he did. He fucking said it.
So the purpose of that match was to make Ronda Rousey look like UFC Ronda Rousey again.
Yeah,
whether she is or she's not in the WWE, that was the purpose of that match. Okay. It was, what it was designed to do was to make Liv Morgan look like she could take an ass whooping and still get up and come back out the next time she was scheduled to be on a show.
It's still not believable.
I didn't say it was believable,
but it's just like the
finish
finish
at the end
to
of the
that.
day, did it accomplish that?
I don't know.
Not to me.
Because the way that
Not
ended,
to me.
You didn't watch it, Bruce. What do you know?
I did. I went. No, if
he
you
went back and
watched.
watched. He did watch, just not live. But for me, the way that match ended, if you have two established stars that end a match in that fashion, like let me take you back in time, because we're on the Rewind Network. Let me take you back. There was a point where American Badass Undertaker fought Kurt Angle, and Taker had him in a triangle, or the Hell's Bells as he called it. Angle puts him on his shoulders. Taker gets counted out. As he's getting counted out, Angle taps. And there were the two referees, and one gave it to Angle, one gave it to Taker. And that was fine because you wanted to see that again. And it was Kurt Angle and The Undertaker. These guys we knew were established. We knew were legitimate. We knew were future Hall of Famers. I'm not even sure if Ronda Rousey is proved enough to be a WWE Hall of Famer. And Liv ain't even fucking close. So this finish for these two people did not accomplish anything to me. It just proved that Liv needs to be lucky to beat Ronda Rousey. Which I already knew.
Bad thing? Is that a bad thing, though?
But I already knew that.
As a world champion, yes.
I already knew that. I didn't need to go to SummerSlam to find that out. I told you that the week before.
Has every world champion that's ever held the belt been a strong world champion?
Most of them, yeah.
No, I
Most of
highly
them.
disagree.
Not all of them,
I highly
no.
disagree with that shit.
Not all of them, but
JBL
it definitely
had to be
doesn't.
lucky for every fucking defense he ever made.
Well, yeah, he had a fuck ton of
JBL
backup,
was a heel.
That's what they're gonna do with Liv.
No.
I think that's what they have to do because she's getting booed out of buildings. But yeah, I see that.
No, she's fucking trash.
I wouldn't go that far. See, I think Liv is a solid competitor. I just don't think she's championship material.
I don't think she's champion material. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that she's the worst thing to ever happen to the SmackDown.
I'm not saying that she is. I'm not.
I'm just saying she had it. Now she needs
clearly
to
that was Carmella. No, I'm kidding.
No, Carmella.
It was Carmella during
wrestle.
the James Ellsworth phase.
But she can wrestle. That's the difference.
And damn it, if No Chin wasn't entertaining as fuck, I got to give him that.
So listen, I think Liv can work more than you're giving her credit for. But I don't think.
I just said I think she's a
been
solid
given the
competitor, a
opportunity.
solid worker. I'm not gonna argue that fact. I just don't think she belongs with a championship at all.
So up until she won the championship, who was booking the shows?
Vincent Bruce.
Vincent Bruce. And did they ever allow people to actually show what they can do in the ring?
Not really.
Yeah, if they liked him. Well, I mean, if she gave him some roadhead, yeah, she'd definitely be able to. That's probably why.
Okay, so what you're saying is that she's
Jesus
classy enough to not give Vince roadhead, and so therefore
No, she
didn't get
did.
the
That's
TV
why
time.
she has the title. She did. That's why she has the title. Wendy,
I don't-
Wendy, what are
I
your
don't know if
thoughts
you
on
can put
this
somebody
subject?
that's been with Enzo and classy in the same fucking sentence. Let's just be real for a second.
Wait.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Also, what the fuck? Sheamus and Gunther are just staring at each other
And
while their
holding
boys
back their
fight.
minions as they brawl.
Not even. They're just letting the other two just go. Like the other three
They're
are
just
just
like-
going at it.
But like, here's the thing. Like,
Oh no, the
Ridge
promo was
Holland
definitely fire, Devin.
Ridge
Yeah.
Holland's twice the size, and where the hell is he? Knocked out outside the ring?
Because what's his name? Like knocked him
He
out.
was
there.
he was out at the barrier trying to get a hot pretzel from a vendor when this all went down. He had to.
They just don't want him to drop anyone else on his fucking head.
Yeah, that too.
Dude, how he still has a job after
Not that I'm
I
bitter about it.
You know what, man? There's a certain amount of culpability on him for that, for sure, as a
Absolutely.
greenhorn. But there's a certain amount of culpability on Big E for how he took the bump too.
Oh no, I'll give you that much.
And there's a certain amount of culpability to the business as a whole because it isn't knitting class, right? Like they all know that they're taking these overhead spots and there's a potential for them to get hurt.
I mean,
you know,
it's been a minute. It's
it'd
been a
be
minute, but
different-
when it happened, I said, you can't put it all on him, but it's like
right.
it's like a 65-35 Ridge Holland scenario.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Triple H is doing it again with the background.
Uh-huh.
Doing
Yes,
it
he
again.
is.
Piper and ACH going at it. Or Nikki Cross.
ASH, but I get what you're saying.
No, Nikki Cross.
I know. I
So
need
much
Nikki
better.
Cross back. Although she
Yeah,
does
we
look good in that
definitely-
outfit. I'll give her that much.
You know who Triple H really needs to bring back is fucking sanity. And let them be sanity.
Yeah.
Mm,
I don't know if he could, but
yeah, I don't think
cool.
Eric
Why
Young's
can't
ever
he?
coming back.
I
I
don't
don't think
know if
Eric
Eric
Young's
Young
ever
gives
coming
that
Here's
back.
the
another
thing,
shot.
Eric Young went to WWE because of Triple H. So in
did. He
WWE world in terms, he's a Triple H guy.
But everywhere you hear him talk, he gushes about being back with Impact
Oh,
Wrestling.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Gushes.
I mean, he went back there and got a world title reign that
On
night.
night one.
Yeah.
He was the mystery opponent in a 4-way match and won the world title in his return.
Aaliyah still wrestles? How does she still have a job and they let go of everyone that could wrestle?
She's Aaliyah 317. She's got the fastest victory in WWE history. Over Natty, no less.
No, maybe in women's.
It's in history.
Sheamus lost to Daniel Bryan, I believe, in like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Or Daniel
3
Bryan
point-
lost to Sheamus in 10
she
seconds.
won- she
Or
beat
something crazy.
Natty in 3.17 seconds. It's faster.
The bell rang. She rolled her up. It was over.
She got 3.
Should have made
That's
that.
stupid.
Yeah, see, I'm with you, Ivan. I mean, he's doing fine in Impact, and I think
Yeah.
maybe Triple H could talk him into it, but he gushes over it.
Yeah.
And Violent by Design is fucking fire too. I
And
know we're
they've
bringing
got-
other promotions in, so I'm just gonna fucking say it.
And
If
you know
anything,
what?
I want Nikki in Violent by Design at this point.
Right. Right. I also think that
Wait, no,
that
don't shoot my
Honor
damn
No
buttons.
More
Don't shoot my damn buttons.
is fucking phenomenal right now as well. Though. So I think they've
Oh,
just
yeah.
got so much good going for them in Impact right now that they're gonna. If they could get a real TV deal,
Oh god,
it would be
yes.
a real. It would be
I love Impact.
But
I
here's
do.
the thing: there's no
I
real
was so jealous
networks
because
left
Devin got
that
to go
want
to
wrestling
Emergence.
That's
Oh,
fair.
I agree.
because
I-
USA and Fox,
No,
and
that's fine.
WWE, along with Peacock, right?
No, put that out
there's,
there.
There's 3 major networks right there that WWE's on, and then
Right.
AEW has the other 2.
Has
It's
the Turners.
TBS and AEW has the
Yeah.
Turner Network.
That's, I mean, you know, we've talked about it privately, but we've never actually said it on a show. And you're absolutely right. I mean, they could go to a streaming service and probably get more views. Like if Netflix wanted to pick them up, I'm sure they'd
Speaking
get
of
the shit beat
streaming
out.
services, thank you, Dom, for running me into this segment.
You are fucking welcome. This is why we're Rewind's tag team champions, okay?
Nick, not Tony Khan, has come out and said that there is interest at moving Raw and SmackDown to Netflix. Dom, give me your thoughts.
Again, like I said with Impact, I like it, but I don't know if it's for them. It's like, yeah, Netflix has money, but they're getting so much money from USA and Fox. Can Netflix really top that right now? Haven't they been struggling recently?
Absolutely.
Like people dipping from Netflix and them trying to charge more and all this other shit. They blew $3 million on a Vince McMahon biography that they had to scrap. I mean, and why would Netflix then offer them more money when they just blew $3 or $4 million on a Vince McMahon biography they had to fucking scrap? Like if it was Impact, if ROH got on Netflix, if somebody else did, it's a huge move for them. But for WWE, at least from where I'm sitting, it looks like a step down.
But I can't help but wonder, like, would it really work anyways? I mean, they tried it with Lucha Underground, and that didn't work too well. I got him.
Yeah.
Emergence was awesome.
So the other rumor, though, is that that Disney is trying to make a power play to bring Raw to ABC, so that all of the WWE major mainstream programming
is all controlled by Disney.
Controlled by Disney. Which leads to the rumors, which leans into the rumors that Disney wants to buy out the WWE.
Absolutely.
And Steph said they're on the table.
The only thing that would be left would be NXT. And I'm sure they find a way. There's many Disney-owned TV channels that
ABC and Disney has enough networks. They can find something.
Exactly. So I think
they can put them on Disney Plus, or Hulu.
Yeah, for sure.
Put them back on the network.
We don't have a network.
Yeah,
they'd have to go back. They'd have to go to the cock.
The problem is that the network is so hard to navigate now that people won't go there for a weekly show that they have to watch.
Yeah,
they'll go back and binge watch it to catch up for a takeover or something like that because it's so hard to navigate WWE Network on Peacock. I'm about to move to Canada so I can have the old one back. Like,
right?
Dude, just change your address on your account.
That and free healthcare. Like
free healthcare
and weed.
I didn't say that. You did.
You
look at Bruce's eyes. He's like, bro.
Medical card, bro.
It's like, don't worry, I got you after the show.
My medicine.
Legit. My medicine.
Legit.
Oh man.
Oh god.
Oh fuck.
Jey Uso is about to bully Sami Zayn in a crop top, folks. Let's watch.
Oh no. I'm behind you by 10 seconds. And yeah, Devin, I can see Impact and WWE working together in the future.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I mean, they already worked out that little deal for Mickie James at the Rumble, so their foot's in the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they work more with AEW.
Speaking of
speaking of that, Motor City Machine Guns.
I was going to say, speaking of Impact working with people, Motor City Machine Guns at All Out in the 6-man match as Jay Lethal's tag team partners.
So listen, I'm super
excited.
See
that one coming.
No one saw that coming. I'm super excited because I fucking love the Motor City Machine Guns, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. But here's my thing. It also leads into this shit feels thrown together as hell.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, is it going to be a fantastic match? Yes. It'll be phenomenal.
Absolutely. But at the same time,
I'm not invested in it. Like I can watch it later.
I'll tell you what. The only reason I'm invested in it is because, like I said, I love Impact, and I know that Jay and Chris Sabin and everybody have a long-standing history together. So knowing the background, I'm like, okay, yeah, put these guys together again. I'm cool.
Yeah.
Like those two and Sanjay and Jay and everything, like they came up in Impact, and then eventually, Jay went a separate way, and Sanjay ended up going into backstage stuff.
Shit, 3 out of the 4 you named are originals. Oh Jesus, that fucking douchebag's on my
The
television.
tribal queef showed up to SmackDown. Oh my god.
Yeah.
He's waiting, Bruce.
Huh?
He's waiting.
He's gonna be waiting.
He can keep waiting.
He's gonna be waiting.
Devin, back me up here, bro. Back
You
me
gonna
up.
wait?
If you tuned in last week, I did acknowledge the one. Kenny Omega, PWI's number 1. Not plural.
PWI's been bought out for 10 years, bro. I don't want to hear that shit.
And when Roman was on it 2 years ago, everybody was freaking the fuck out. Number 1.
No, I said it then too, bro. Don't even try and throw that shade my way, bro, because I will tell
Either
you
way,
straight the fuck out.
I acknowledge the number 1 wrestler on the PWI Top 500.
Just like Meltzer. Meltzer's been bought out since AEW signed a TV deal. I don't want to hear that shit.
Meltzer sold his soul before AEW.
I mean, that's fact too. Meltzer's almost as bad as Vince Russo.
I still, no matter what Meltzer does, I will never forgive him. And I think Wendy saw this picture for wearing a Bruiser Brody shirt like tucked into his pants.
That shit was
and,
so
like,
weird.
Half of
Who
Bruiser
does that?
Brody must have been on his wang. It was disgusting. It was sacrilege. That motherfucker needs to learn.
It was weird as fuck, and I was like, but why?
Yeah. Why would you even do that?
Fucking nerd.
I get it. You're little, but why would you even do that?
Yeah,
Isn't it great that they're using Sammy to get Roman over? I love it.
it's a waste of TV time.
I don't know. So here's, I don't necessarily disagree with you, but here's the devil's advocate position. Okay. Has Sammy been more relevant than he is right now in the last 2 years?
Probably not.
I don't know. I haven't watched.
I mean, maybe the Jackass thing, he might have been a little bit more relevant, just mainstream, but otherwise, probably not.
Week to week programming,
Week to
getting
week,
TV
no.
time every week.
Week to week, no. Absolutely not.
So while I agree that I think that this has been too drawn out, and we're seeing too much of it, and this, that, the other thing, and these segments are a little bit too long for my personal taste.
Oh, good. I can watch
I
it.
think it's doing its job.
What the hell did they do to Sammy's face?
I don't know.
You see him? You see? He looks like a weird shrunken. Like, I don't know. He doesn't look right in that graphic.
No, wow, what is that?
That is some scary shit, is what that is.
He looks like a legit leprechaun right there.
It looks like Sami Zayn is going to be Michael Myers' sidekick in the next Halloween sequel in that photo.
That's like a 6 head.
He's going to be like the brother. He's going to be the brother of Chucky in season 2.
It's the shit of
What
nightmares.
the fuck? Oh, right. We got the rest of the tournament. I almost forgot.
Tune out of this.
Let's see what Brian said. Disney is the black hole of entertainment. Wow. If they ever bought WWE and put Raw and SmackDown on ABC, they could put Talking Smack and Raw on ESPN.
So wait, they're at. So here's the thing: they've got all
cover the
these women
shit out of WWE.
They've got all these women, and they're gonna have Natalia and Sonya wrestle twice in one night.
Yep.
Well, yeah, because they got back in the tournament, and these guys had already.
Yeah,
qualified.
it was a last
It
chance.
was going to be toxic
to get
attraction
back
in them
in to get
but
into the
can't have
semifinals
that.
tonight.
But here's the thing: they could have pushed it.
The pay-per-view is next week.
Who fucking do you really care about the women's tag titles? Honestly, do you care about this match being on Clash at the Castle? Dom?
I do. If Clash at the Castle means that Bianca, not Bianca,
Actually, no,
Sasha,
they have to wrap it up
Sasha
before
and Naomi
Clash.
come back and challenge for it right after.
They have to wrap it up before Clash because we have the 6-woman match at Clash. We have Bayley, Io, and Dakota against Bianca,
I'm sorry.
Alexa,
I'm laughing
and
because
Asuka.
I appreciate that they took the time to put their coats back on.
Yeah.
Back
Dude.
wait, hold on. Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Like, bitch, you literally just had a fucking match. You didn't need to fucking go through all that trouble.
Literally, they were the last match.
Yes, that's what I mean.
That was the last match.
It's like they rolled out of the ring and were like, toss it back on. Let's do this all over again. Like,
Yep.
y'all for real?
Why can't they go
They
like
were even
old
in the
school
back.
King of the Ring?
They
You
were even
walk
in the
out your
back
first
getting
match?
interviewed coatless and came back with
And they came back with the coat on. Fucking ridiculous, but okay. Okay.
Like they should have just stayed
That is
in the ring.
that is a wonderfully hilarious catch there, Grandma.
They should have just stayed
Damn
in
right,
the ring.
Kofi, we live, baby.
They should have just stayed in the ring.
Honestly.
But you know, we know because we had the Gunther Sheamus thing in between.
Yeah, we had
there.
segments.
We had a handful of segments there.
That's Devin.
Woo-saw, Bruce.
I love you, bro.
Woo-saw. And Bruce is over here. He's gonna be like Martin Lawrence in Bad Boys, just kicking somebody.
ain't got
Woo-saw,
no
motherfucker.
We ain't got no-
And he's the calm one.
What the fuck was that? What was that drop?
I don't know.
That was a kind of inventive roll up, though.
This is
I'll give her that.
horrible fucking wrestling right now.
A little bit. That's a shame too, because Raquel is basically on the verge of becoming the next China.
No, don't even. No, don't even. No. Nope.
Why?
Nope.
What do you have
Thank
against
you.
Raquel?
Nope. Nothing. But
Nothing.
she's nothing in comparison to China and never will be.
Why do
sorry.
you say that? Why? I'm not disagreeing with you. I want to know what your reasoning is.
Huh? Because there'll never be another China. That's just like any other major wrestler. You're like, oh, this guy's
the
like
best
this.
wrestlers, but there will never be another like her because they won't allow other women to do what she
Exactly.
did. And the reason she did what she did, competing against men, is because she didn't have competition against the women. There was no other woman who could compete with her. Plain and simple. I mean, look at when Luna Vachon fought Sable. What did they tell Luna? Not the face. You know, China would have been like, get the fuck out of here. You know, wouldn't have made any fucking sense.
Thank you,
So
Wendy.
I'm with you on that, Bruce.
Thank you, Wendy.
So I think that she could be like the next China in that she could be
You're wrong. You're wrong.
dominating.
Wrong.
I think she could be dominating like China.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that she has the ability to get the build and the rocket on her back like China did. And actually, I said back when Randy punted Ric Flair, you guys remember that? And
Yeah.
Charlotte was like, they were teasing Charlotte versus Randy a little bit in that Thunderdome era. And I said that would be a great way to introduce Raquel to the main roster, because if Charlotte starts fighting dudes, then it makes sense for Raquel to do it. I think that there's still wiggle room for that kind of thing to happen.
There was even a point,
especially with Triple H in control now.
There was even a point where it looked like we were going to get, as Bruce brought up in a different way, Nia Jax and Randy Orton after the Royal Rumble when she eliminated it. And it just didn't happen. But with Triple H in charge,
Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen.
I don't think it'll happen. Honestly, I don't. I don't, because if they're running with Disney ain't going to allow that.
if they're running with Disney,
They already are running with Disney. This show right here is on a product of that is owned by Disney.
They're secondhand Disney. Ooh.
No, they are full.
So they'll do it on Raw.
Owned.
It's never gonna happen.
Like MJF joining the Inner Circle. Okay.
In this instance, not happening. Something simple. Intergender wrestling, when they have like the tag matches, what do they do?
They stick to genders.
Thank you, Bruce. So that
stick
whole
to gender.
bringing back how China did shit, it ain't coming back.
Have they had
long
an
gone.
intergender tag
Here
since
in the
Vince left?
WWE, that shit's long gone. You want that shit? You go to the fucking indies.
Maybe.
Or Impact.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, Bruce, what segment do you have for us on this commercial break?
All right, Ted, you're going to enjoy this one. Hold on. Let me pull everything back up. It all closed. All right. So Bischoff has officially thrown in a towel. Yeah, this match don't fucking matter anyways. So Bischoff has
Jesus.
officially thrown in the towel. And I quote from Eric Bischoff, I had a little bit of hope with AEW. I had some hope there. I thought, oh man, I mean, up until probably 6 months ago or 8 months ago, I kind of threw in the towel because I started seeing the same pattern of whatever over and over again. I'd go, okay, something different, but there's been nothing different. Wendy,
Bruce,
you there?
I'm there. I'm
What are
here.
your thoughts on Eric Bischoff throwing in the towel on AEW?
What a fucking quitter.
Well said.
What a quitter.
She's not wrong.
Quittings for bitches and addicts. No, sorry.
Hey.
What? Though? If you're an addict and you quit, that's a good thing. If you're a bitch and you quit, that's a good thing.
Okay.
No, I mean, like, to throw in the towel
All out.
early instead of like wanting to ride this out and see what happens. Like, all right, then, I guess you never really had a full appreciation for wrestling or something. I don't know. It is Bischoff, though. I have like little to no respect for him, so I don't give a shit. More for me.
Can I please follow up after what Grandma Wendy just said?
Absolutely.
I'm going to answer this question with a question. Why should I even give a flying fuck what people like Eric Bischoff and Vince Russo think in 2022?
I usually hate it when people Bill Clinton it by answering questions with questions, but I'll allow it this time.
I have not given a fuck about either one since like 2001. Why should I give a fuck now?
Because it gives us show content.
Fair enough.
He's not wrong.
You're
He's
not
not
wrong, but I still don't give a fuck. I don't care what Vince Russo thinks. I don't care what. Oh no, you threw in the towel on AEW. Okay, good. More for me. What do I say? Week in, week out. Enjoy wrestling. If it's not your cup of tea, let somebody else drink it. You don't want to watch AEW? Okay, thanks.
So
tastes like Kip Sabian's cardboard box. Delicious.
Nom.
I'm gonna chime in here, but I'm gonna start by saying I agree with the rest of the panel. Okay.
Thank you, Big Mike.
That's why I don't yell.
Okay. I'm saying that I agree with you, but from a devil's advocate perspective, for the purposes of the fact that
I'm feeling that love,
that we are putting out content for the internet wrestling community.
Shit on it.
I want to ask you a question. I want to ask the panel a question. Dom, your line every single week is, if it's not your cup of tea, don't drink it. Correct?
Let somebody else drink it. Yes, sir.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what time period made professional wrestling your cup of tea?
Honestly, probably I got hooked in the 80s, man.
What I was a casual fan until Shawn Michaels put Marty Jannetty through the barbershop.
I got hooked in the 80s, and when I started to fall off, ECW came along, and then that was that.
Okay. So what I'm hearing from you guys is the turn from the two of you gentlemen, right? That the turn of wrestling. Shawn Michaels putting Jannetty through. That was right before Shawn kind of launched himself into his singles career. That was kind of the turn, the push into the Attitude Era, the 80s into the 90s. The coming of ECW. That was kind of the turn into the Attitude Era, right? Wendy, what about you?
About the same time that Bruce said, like, that's one of the most vivid memories that I have. Like, but it's one of the times that I was just like, oh shit, like, this is it for me.
Right. Like, so who were the people in charge of putting that kind of content out there for you? It was Paul Heyman. It was Vince, right? Yeah. It was the NWA, because the NWA had a huge influence still at that point. So you're probably talking about the Crockett's, right?
Yeah.
And ultimately, who did the
give
Crockett's,
a shout out to the Von Erichs too?
And the Von Erichs, yeah. Who did the Crockett's hire to manage their television?
Who?
Was it
Eazy-E?
Was it? Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I remembered him being in the AWA. I didn't remember him being.
So wait a minute. He sank more than two companies.
Oh,
He sank
absolutely
3 companies. He put the NWA
There's another one.
almost out of business. He almost put Impact out of business, and he put WCW out of business.
Yeah, and he was on the verge of killing WWE.
Although we have to hold on, T on the game. You have to give credit where credit's due. Eazy-E wasn't alone in tanking Impact. He had Hulk Hogan to help him with it.
Yeah,
and
he had him in WCW too.
Yeah,
and Vince Russo. And I'm supposed to give a shit today.
Segment. So
Devin's gonna fight you, and I totally agree. By the way.
So let me just say this to you, right? The reason why we entertain what these guys are saying to us, even though we don't really care what they think anymore, is because they were there for the golden years and for the holy grail of wrestling. Right. Mm-hmm. These were the guys that helped make wrestling what it is today. And we wouldn't be getting what we're getting today without the shit that they laid down for us.
I roughly agree with that.
And just from a devil's advocate perspective, even though I agree with you guys on this, and I think that Eazy-E, even me, who I criticize a lot, right? And I criticize all wrestling a lot. Like, let's be real for a second.
I think we all do.
I think we all do as well. I know I'm pretty vocal about AEW, but that's because, and I've said this from the beginning of AEW, I want it to be fucking good.
But see, that's where we usually come from. Like,
exactly.
We're criticizing it or we're bashing it depending on what it is because we want it to be good.
Exactly. And so here's my thing. I still think it's too early to throw in the towel. I don't think it's too early to throw in the towel on MLW, right? Like, I don't see MLW ever changing enough to get where it needs to be a next level promotion. I think MLW is going to continue coasting, right?
You know, it feels like they get to that point, and then something happens to drag them back down. And
exactly.
Man, you were getting there.
Exactly. So I kind of feel like it is what it is, right? But AEW, I feel like there's still time for them to learn from the mistakes that are being made. It's crazy. But I'll say this. AEW's potential still highly outnumbers its delivery right now. There's still so much room for growth there, and I want to see it happen. I want to be intrigued enough to want to sit through their show live every week because I want to know what's happening in the moment that it's happening. But I'm just not drawn in like that right now. Is Michael Ray the same guy that argued with me on one of the feeds about Bayley doesn't look good in her return? Is that Michael Ray?
I don't know. I don't think it is.
I don't know.
It could have been. But I have an easy answer for that question, and you should too, Mike, because you have a wife. Pockets. That's why she wears those parachute pants. They have like 40 fucking pockets. You know how many times my wife complains that her pants don't have pockets or enough of them? They got fucking pockets on top of pockets with pockets in them. That's why she wears them, because that's every woman's goal.
It's all the
pockets.
As
she makes them look good.
As a woman, sometimes. Am I right, Wendy?
as female passing, yes. As a dickless bro, yes, it's the pocket. I need the fucking pockets. Like,
I know I don't look like it, but I know ladies.
Purses need all the fucking pockets. Fucking pockets, man.
You wouldn't expect it, but I know ladies.
So I just want to say this before.
Make some hot pockets and go to bed.
There's a couple. There's two things that I want to say. One thing I want to say, and one thing I want to talk about and get your guys' opinions on.
Okay.
One, I don't know how Eric Bischoff can throw the towel in when he rode fucking WCW till the wheels fell off.
Into the ground, basically.
Into the ground!
12 feet under.
2, Jacob Fatu is going to be the new Umaga, and I'm going to hate every moment of it because they are going to change everything about him. He will be coming to WWE. He has been reacting with Roman, and he has said that Roman is his tribal chief. Not me. Jacob Fatu said that. Ted, what are your thoughts?
I love Jacob Fatu.
I do too. He's amazing.
I think, and by the way, you can go watch Jacob Fatu on Coastal Championship Wrestling, on Alive Wrestling on YouTube. Hit them up. Okay. Listen, I think with Triple H in charge, there's a chance that he doesn't get pigeonholed like that. but it's only a chance, and
Yeah.
I have to hope that we get there.
Okay,
I don't
that's
know.
sad.
I don't
Unless it's a
know.
work.
What the fuck happened to Woods?
That's what happened after the Viking Raiders destroyed his fucking ankle with their shields. It was like a concerto, but with shields on his ankle.
Really?
Well, they trapped his leg in a chair and then bashed the chair
that's
with
true.
the
A chair
with
was
the
involved too.
shields. Yeah.
Man, he was screaming afterward. He sold the shit.
Oh, it was such a good sell.
Let David just bring out Big E and call it a day. Get the pop.
Ivan says he knows Jacob personally, and he knows he said that to get people talking.
Well, absolutely. They're going to be talking about him, and in turn, they're talking about him. Triple H is going to see that everyone's talking about him, and there he goes, his contract.
Yeah, it still didn't work for me, Big Mike, but good for you. It took Drew as number one contender for me to make me like Roman.
Who? Who do you like?
Okay, Kofi. I should say Xavier because Kofi Wheatson might still be in the chat.
Keep getting kicked off my feed.
Don't look at me, bro.
I appreciate that he has a little blanket on his legs.
I feel like
I'm kind of intrigued by this promo.
It's
it
a fake
feels like
boot.
gimmick infringement on Grandma again. Like first Wendy Chu, now this. I'm not happy.
What, the blanket?
Yeah, just the little grandma
boot.
blanket in his lap.
No, I'm all about it, dude. It's great.
Yeah.
I
I think
it's
that
fun.
boot, I don't think that's his real leg, honestly.
That shit
I
ain't
think it's a
real.
work.
It's not his real leg.
It's not. I don't think it's his real
I'll-
foot. I
I'll
think
die
he
if
actually
it
has
isn't.
it. And the Raiders
Was he,
are
like,
going to come
sitting on
out, and then they're going to kick the shit out of the Viking Raiders.
Don't you dare say that. Come on, Xavier. Don't you dare be sour. I did like their last little vignette because it looked like Sarah. It looked like Sarah got to make an appearance.
Oh, yeah. I think that was Sarah. That was pretty cool.
Sarah Logan, Sarah Rowe, whatever you want to call her.
Jesus, they had to add Vicious. Is that the last thing Vince did before he left?
Yes.
Oh, you know it. You know he fucking did.
Alliteration was running wilder than Hulkamania before Vince left. You got the Brawling
it.
Brutes, the Vicious Viking Raiders, the Skyscraper Shanky. You know,
So 80s. I loved it.
totally 80s.
Oh, shit. It's the strap to his shoulder thing. I thought he had like an extra titty. My bad.
You guys want to know an interesting fact about me?
Huh.
I actually wrestled Warbeard Hansen when
Really?
I was 18.
Really?
Wow.
My second match. And
Wow.
I didn't realize it until a few years ago when I was talking to a friend of mine that I used to wrestle with. He's like, "Hey, you remember so-and-so?" I'm like, yeah, hey, he's on TV. He's telling me that
That's
he's I'm like,
awesome.
oh my fuck.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he kicked my ass.
Well,
Dude's amazing in the ring, though.
yeah. And now I can't stop staring because it
Uh,
the whole thing.
it was his leg, but it had some kendo sticks in it.
I'm on a delay, so I'm sorry. Ooh, I'm big as fuck too. Jesus.
Go Sandman on their ass. God damn it, I'm playing it again.
Surprise, bitches.
It's still extreme to me, damn it.
What was that?
Oh man, come on with the botch throw.
Oh.
Throw was a terrible-
Oh. And it was going so well.
Stop it.
Honestly,
It was going so well for you guys.
that was terrible. That was terrible.
Now I can just see what is it, Bart sliding the cake that said at least you tried into the trash.
Right? I mean, I guess A for effort.
It was still a cool segment, but you know.
I guess.
Damn it, I shouldn't have had that popcorn.
I know. After the
It was Brucey's time to shine.
Right after the way Eddie Kingston came in with a kendo stick in that match where he just bop, 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 boppity, bop, 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 bop. That shit. That's how it should be done. Just bop it. God, this fucking Sammy alcohol fetal syndrome picture. It's fucking shit. It's a thing of fucking nightmares. Fuck. Why do they keep
I guess while Brucey is MIA and we're in commercial, I could bring this up. The Dynamite main event. I know the wrestling community had a little bit of a problem with it, but does anybody else here have a problem with Aussie Open advancing in that trios tournament?
No, I'm okay with it.
No, I'm all right with it because they're gonna go out there and have the big spotty match with the elite. It's gonna be it's gonna be a flippy fest, and that's fine. It is what it is. It's that they're still trying to grab at that niche. I mean, they've been doing a better job of balancing how much flippy shit they're doing, right?
Yeah,
so
they definitely have.
So that they're going to say, well, listen, we're going to save some of the flippy shit for the trios tournament. That no one else do as much flippy shit. Do some other shit. On the ground or whatever. Do some high impact shit. Maybe throw a chair shot, whatever. But save the flippy shit for the trios tournament. Well, okay, great, but you're still going to need to grab all the flippy shit with the in that match. So why not have Aussie Open against the elite? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I know at least in our group on Facebook, which we're live in right now, we had guys like PETA, who we love, and a few others complaining that this was set up for Death Triangle. But I was like, look at it. You get Aussie Open probably in the finals against the elite. You get Kip Sabian to take the box off his head and get after Pac, who he had a feud with from like the original Double or Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And you get him back on television, and in that picture for the whatever you want to call it, I say not Intercontinental title.
All Atlantic.
It's the perfect setup to now move forward with two angles.
Okay, yeah.
So I have no issues with it whatsoever. I guess since he's back, Brucey, did you have any issue with the way that finish of the trios title match on Dynamite
with Kip Sabian? Absolutely not. I love United Empire. I am actually glad that they won and moved on.
That.
I want to see the elite versus the United Empire in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yes.
That's what I want.
Completely agree.
And did we all also notice that when Kenny came out, he was only taped this time?
He had tape in the t-shirt.
Yeah, let's be the sleeveless tee, and then the tape coming out here, like a little bit on his leg, but he didn't have like the compression shirt and the sling and all that shit.
Well, because the compression shirt was to like compress it while wrestling. He's just like shit talking. You don't need to be so compressed when you're talking too much shit. Is that right, Ted?
Yeah.
I feel like we're headed for the same old Cleaner by All Out. He's just gonna be out there, no tape, no strap, no shirt.
He's like
no
the
nothing.
opposite of a Build-A-Bear right now. He's just taking shit away,
Oh God, the Undertaker's doing a one-man show. At first, when I read that real quick, I thought Brucey was going to throw up because it said the Undertaker's going to be fighting at Clash at
I'd have fucking
one dead man show. LOL.
I'd have thrown my phone through my TV if he was wrestling.
Second segment with the fucking models, really?
Yes. Give me more.
Well, it's not just the maximum male models. They had Los Latinos with them. Or Dos Latinos.
It's Los Lotharios.
Whatever. Their shirt said Latinos. Oh, never mind. It's Hit Row.
Well, no, the Lotharios are there.
Oh, they done fucked up. They hit the Profits bus. I feel an 8-man coming on. Maybe not tonight, but I'm
sorry. Fucking Mansoor's face of.
Whoa.
Y'all done fucked up?
I'll put a sock
I
in a
love the
crop
facial
top.
expressions. I love the facial
Right?
expressions on that.
Montez is like, the fuck?
Jey Uso right now just looks like the mad girl at a Trader Joe's. Like every Karen you've ever
Why I
seen.
gotta be at a Trader Joe's?
You know why. You know I'm right. Wait. You might not have seen it yet. Wait till you see him.
Oh,
He
I
got the
see
resting
it. I see
bitch
it.
face and the
Someone
crop
worked
top.
At a Trader
Yo,
Joe's.
did
No,
did
yeah,
Sammy
it is.
sleep
It
with
is.
Jimmy's wife or
Ah.
with Jey Uso's wife or something? Like what the hell is happening right now? Like
I don't know. Sammy
like
must have
every
ate
time.
Sammy must have ate like his lunch and it had Jay's name on it in the fridge. I don't know what happened.
Like,
But Jay's just mad.
Jay, like he's coming after that man's lunch money. Like, goddamn.
That's right. Jay just wakes
That
up
just uses
angry.
so happy.
He just,
He's
I
mean
mean,
mugging the fuck out of
literally, he wakes up choosing violence. He's gang banging on bacon in the morning at breakfast and shit. Like, just,
That is one
Mother-
unhappy juicy.
like,
Uso.
why are you so unhappy? You have 2 titles, motherfucker. You are technically on top of Smackdown because your cousin doesn't show up. Why are you so angry?
I want their little brother to come up so they can turn on that
Oh,
other
Solo?
guy.
I wouldn't mind seeing Solo on SmackDown.
I mean, if they bring Tamina back, they can have the whole fam, you know?
They got Tamina. They're just
Bring her
not.
back. She was in that fatal 4-way tag.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
If they
Yeah,
brought
you
Naomi
just
back,
watched
she
it.
could probably join the bloodline by marriage.
I don't.
That's
think
what I
they're
would kinda
bringing them
like,
back,
but-
dude. I think they might bring Sasha back, but I don't think Naomi's coming back.
I don't know. If I had it,
think that,
looking at
I
it
think
right
that-
now, I think they're saving Sasha and Naomi for Clash at the Castle. Like you're gonna have somebody, you're gonna have them show up in front of that crowd at that pay-per-view to get that reaction, and then they'll
Okay.
go and get a women's tag title match.
yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna say, I think the heels win the tag team championships, and then those two come out and like, all right, well, you never beat us, so
Here,
I wouldn't even be
wanna
surprised
know-
if they go, you're not interim champions, but we're coming for you.
I will. Hey, hold on 1 minute. Now, let's say what happens. This is a hypothetical question.
Mhm.
If Banks shows up at All Out,
She's still under contract. They haven't released her from it.
obviously
Yeah.
she doesn't give 2 shits about her contract if she walked out.
Yeah, but WWE could sue Tony Khan if they put her on TV.
Just like Tony could sue them for contacting his talent while they're under contract.
This is also true.
I mean, like you did with Mox.
No, Mox.
Mox
No, Mox was a free agent. Mox let
And
his
he didn't
contract
contact
run
him.
out,
It was-
and
it
then
was
he left.
Jericho, who was like they were talking. I just finished listening to the audiobook. Bruce, you can back me up because you read the
Yes.
book. Wasn't it that him and Jericho had been just like casually talking?
Mhm.
And Jericho was like, you should check it out when you get the chance.
Mhm.
And then he got the chance and he checked it out.
Now, was that
And as
before
far
or after?
because I know you're gonna bring up Adam Cole. Adam Cole did that shit to himself by going to all them mixers with Britt Baker.
That's
Hmm.
true. That's
Adam
true.
Cole brought that on himself.
Mhm.
And
If anything,
as
Britt
far as
Baker
Kyle
did that.
O'Reilly,
Okay.
Devin,
as
you
far as
misspelled
Kyle
queef.
O'Reilly?
A treble queef.
as far as Kyle O'Reilly, that
Thank
was
you,
all
Grandma.
Adam Cole. Same with
Mhm.
Bobby Fish. That was Adam Cole.
Yep.
So WWE should be sending cease and desist to those guys too.
Absolutely.
Okay, I just want to make sure that we're being equitable. You know, like it has to be equitable.
No, I'm not gonna try to sit here and blow smoke up people. They probably should too. I'm just
But
saying,
yeah,
like it's one
Sasha's
thing.
Sasha's still under contract, and Tony doesn't want that legal headache.
Yeah, it's bad enough to contact someone, but if you put a
Again.
contracted star of another promotion on your promotion
Again.
without their permission,
I said it was
You're done.
hypothetical.
No, I
I
understand. I'm
said
just
it was
saying.
hypothetical. I was trying to just drum up conversation, not hey, this is legal, this legal, that. I just wanted to.
well, that's the conversation though. I mean,
No, it
personally,
shouldn't be.
I'll be honest. I would really care if she did show up at All Out.
My
I'm
question was,
not the biggest
how-
Sasha Banks fan in the whole wide world. So
My
there's
question
that.
is what would you say, or what would your feelings be if Sasha Banks showed up? Oh, that's illegal. No, that's not what I wanted to fucking hear. I wanted to be like, dude, that would be fucking sweet, or I don't think it would work.
I
That's
don't know.
what
I
I
mean,
was
if
looking
I had
for.
to give you like a reaction, it would probably just be like,
The fuck?
But would she be the boost that the AEW women's division needs now that Britt Baker doesn't have the title? Because we can all admit that the women's division in AEW was a lot better off when Britt Baker had the title.
yeah, true. Although she could be getting it back because we know Thunder Rosa had to give up the title.
Toni
We're going to
Storm.
go interim again.
Yeah, I
Storm.
think Toni Storm's going to come away with it.
Tony
But
Storm's
they're having
coming
a
away with it.
four-way with Britt and Tony and Sheeta and Jamie Hayter.
Yes.
I
So
think
they
she
just
could
happened
get
to have-
back.
I just want to point this out. They just happened to have a sheath on the ring post for Drew's sword. They happened. It just happened
Just
to
so
be
happened.
Just
there.
happened
Just
to be
so
there.
happened to be there.
Just like before that, they used to have a place where you could put it in the ramp. You know, ting, it just so happened.
Sorry.
I think the AEW women's division is about to get a whole lot better too, because a certain somebody that's been on Dynamite 2 weeks in a row is making waves over there. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Yeah.
Back-to-back good matches on Dynamite with some of the
Yeah.
biggest names on their brands.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, you're
Cer-
not wrong.
A
You're
certain
not wrong.
a certain Ohio native is
Kylan King,
Yes.
baby.
She did.
making
She
her
had a great
Ohio native CCW's own, who's been on NWA television, now Dynamite.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I do love
They've
that. woman.
definitely.
So I think-
they've. Go ahead, Ted.
I was gonna say I think that their division is about to take a big leap that way. And I mean, listen, they had that opportunity at the beginning of the pandemic era because they had Christy Janes there,
Yeah.
you know, wrestling. Who'd she wrestle? She wrestled Sheeta.
I think so.
And
Yeah.
they had gold there and they let it slip away, man. Like they
Well, they had
that
Allison Kay as well. Allison Kay was over in AEW
Yeah.
during the pandemic era.
Yeah, I mean they managed
Yeah.
to grab like a couple of people. You know, they grabbed Thunder Rosa, Sarita
I
D.
even think Lady Frost
let a
had a match
couple-
as well.
She was
She,
there
she
for
had,
a little
she had a
bit,
couple, yeah.
Mhm.
And then they let her go, and most of those women ended up on NWA for a while, and then Lady Frost moved to Impact, and
Mhm.
now Kylan King's making her way back, and I'm hoping Christy gets another chance.
Lady
She's
Frost just left Impact
amazing.
recently.
Yeah.
I did see.
They
something
said
on
she
that.
was too old, is what they told her.
The
That's why
thing
she
that-
left.
The thing that got to me about the whole Thunder Rosa situation was the tweet that came out from her agent or whoever the hell saying that, you know, to respect her privacy and unless, you know, if you see anything with TA on it, it's from him. Otherwise, she is voiceless and all this stuff. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I thought she was hurt.
Well, there was a rumor that she had heat backstage and that
Yeah.
Again?
they were punishing her. Yeah.
I thought that was only Eddie Kingston.
No, there was a rumor about that for Rosa as well.
Well,
For
there's
Kingston,
actually
it's true.
a
Kingston-
video of Kingston.
Yeah, I mean
Well, yeah.
Kingston pie faced the shit out of Sammy Guevara, you know.
Yeah. It's like on Friday when everybody's talking about him getting fired on his day off, and what's his name comes over and says, "I saw the tape." It almost looked like you, but it can't really tell from the side.
Also, I want to say Tony Khan dropped the ball on Pineapple Pete as well
Yeah.
Yes.
from the
Yes.
pandemic era. I think he could have
Fuck
been
yes.
huge. He may not have been like a world champion, but he'd have fit in the All Atlantic division or the TNT title. Chris Jericho helped make him
He really did.
a star in AEW.
Pineapple Pete could have
He was just
been.
sitting in the crowd.
Pineapple
Yes.
Pete could have been, and even she wasn't quite used properly. But Pineapple Pete could be what Sunny Kiss could have been to the AEW division, where it's just like you have these off-color characters that fans get into and enjoy, and you put them in the ring because they're over, because fans are into them, because they're a little bit off kilter or odd.
Mm-hmm.
And you can put them in the ring with your Jerichos and your whoever else's because they're just there to, show out and entertain and not really win, but like give you that extra layer. And it didn't work out with really either one of them. I mean, I know they're kind of doing something with Sonny now, and I'm happy for that. But you could have done the same sort of thing with Pineapple Pete.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. That little bit of time in pandemic era AEW and Chris Jericho putting that man over the moon actually got him some face time in WWE. He actually got he was in the Underground Fight Club.
He was, yes.
Sadly, I remember that, yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Ronda Rousey's final judgment. Jesus Christ.
There you go, Bruce. 2 years of your champion there.
Oh, Cross debuts next week.
My champion hasn't been crowned yet. It's coming soon, though.
Soon.
God damn, Scarlett.
Who is this Canadian female?
God damn.
Yes.
Scarlett.
The door thing she got going on.
Oh, the Deonna Purrazzo and
Yeah. But
somebody
why
else mixed.
Karrion Kross look like he's gonna be telling me gabagoo?
Honestly, the only difference between his backstage stuff in NXT and his main roster stuff is hair. He wore the same jacket, same shirt, same pants.
And can we talk for a second?
There's a Vikings rule match.
Oh boy, they're going to be eating turkey legs
and throwing axes again. Oh no.
Oh, I don't think it's going to get that hokey with Trips involved, but
it could. Not.
It could.
With the way they've been booking it, it's been like not so cheesy.
Yeah.
True. Oh, Sammy.
So I don't know about you guys. I know that I have a divided panel on my show about Cross, right? And they just showed us that Cross is going to be making his in-ring debut next week.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on Karrion Kross and doing what he does in the ring? That just kind of exploder suplex and the high impact drops and stuff like that.
You want to think
his in-ring style?
You know what I think, to be honest? See what we were talking about with Shotzi. Like, works great on the indies when you don't have to worry about working to TV and hard cameras and everything else, but it's not easy to adapt to WWE. And he's not the first guy. I mean, when you think about it, Taz and ECW with all those suplexes and throws and everything looked amazing. Got to WWE, didn't look so great.
Right.
Very hard for him to adjust. And Karrion Kross kind of in the same boat.
No, I think Kross is going to be just fine. The dude works amazing in the ring. And no, that's exactly what you're saying. You're saying he doesn't work well on the main roster. He doesn't play to the TV.
I've seen.
He did it so well on NXT with the same camera angles and the same camera views and the hard cameras on the same side on every major show. So he had no problems. What happened to him was a travesty. The dude can go and he's going to have an amazing run, and he's taking one of those fucking titles off the douchebag.
He did have some rough matches on the NXT roster. And even as we mentioned earlier, NXT works camera angles and things a lot more than they do on SmackDown and Raw.
Mm-hmm.
And so it covers up a lot. But when you get to this and you're working for hard cameras, it's an adjustment, and it's not always easy to make. And I think Kross can make it. I'm interested to see if he's adapted at all with being gone and back and everything else. But I won't really know until I see him again.
Right.
I have the feeling though that he is an adaptable person, and he's able to work in whatever situation he's in. He'll be fine.
I think. I mean, he if he can adapt his in-ring work at the same rate as he adapted his promo work, like they straight up told him, go look at Crowbar's promos that he's been doing on Twitter And then he like took that and used that same kind of delivery method, and he was able to make that change. And then he started getting over like crazy on NXT, you know. So I think if he can make that change, if he can make that switch, and he seems like he's a very smart guy. He seems like he's able to be malleable and be teachable. I think he's got the whole world in front of him. I just worry, Cuz brings up the point of in the matches where he looks great, he's working the smaller guys, you know. I worry about when he's working someone the size of a Drew or the size of a Roman or the size of but
not cruiserweight.
No, because the cruiserweights are it's easier to get them up into position for a bump.
No, so I mean, when he's working with somebody who isn't 205 pounds,
yeah, that's what yeah. You know, like Joe, Samoa Joe versus Karrion
He
Kross.
had a banger with Keith Lee for the title. How can you say he can't work with big men?
I didn't say he can't work with big men. Listen to the words coming out of my mouth. I said I worry about him working with bigger guys because it's harder to get them to take the bump right.
Okay.
Listen to the words coming out of my mouth, bro.
It's a little easier with Keith Lee. He's not your average big dude, too.
Yeah, I mean the dude can get ups like he's freaking.
As
Leo
we've
Rush.
said before, and as Mike has said again, he's not coming in a bondage outfit. That there is also that, so he doesn't have to worry about gimmick change and adapting to a different style of wrestling at the same time. He can just go in and be himself. So maybe this loosens him up, and you really get to see what Karrion Kross can do.
I hope so, because I'm a huge fan. I hope so. I'm a huge fan. I love him. I want to see him be successful in this environment.
People were knocking him in NXT, and I was sitting here saying, like, he is Taker of NXT. Like, he has the gimmick, the persona, the everything, and you're still going to sit here and knock it. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. The gimmick is incredible.
Do well. The gimmick is amazing.
The gimmick is incredible.
Especially with Scarlett. I'm going to say that every fucking time.
Yep. Also, I'm just going to put this out there. I am
and he was
happy.
Awesome in Lucha Underground, Ivan. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Teddy.
No, you're good. And Ivan, 100%.
Absolutely.
And
Rabbit Tribe all day.
And I'm right there with you. I am right there with you. Again, I'm not saying that I think that he's doing a bad job. I'm saying I worry that he's not going to get over the way that we want him to get over because these big guys aren't used to working that kind of style. That's what I'm saying. But I also want to take a second and say that I am super happy that right now on my TV, well, on my wall, because it's a projector, I'm getting to see Sami Zayn wrestle with Drew McIntyre coming off the top rope with a sunset flip power bomb. You know, like a year ago, Sami Zayn was doing all comedy bits, and now we're seeing the work.
He barely wrestled, to be honest. He just talked.
Yeah.
You know, for a good while. I mean, even before that, he was like the mouthpiece for Cesaro with Shinsuke.
Yeah. Wholeheartedly. I am loving
And
this.
so it is so nice to see him in a ring actually wrestling because he's a tremendous wrestler. And every time I see him come out, I still want to go, ole, 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 ole.
Brucey, it's a commercial. What do you got for us, brother?
Well, I really don't have much more because I didn't put much together because we were doing a watch along.
There's still that one big controversial moment that we haven't talked about.
Oh, shit.
What?
Which one?
The AEW title match. The unification match. About it? And just the way it went down, the way Mox won, the reaction from
perfect.
Fans. I thought so too, but you go around, you look, and people were talking about him being squashed, and people were talking about this.
I mean, it was a squash, but it was a deserved squash.
Well, that's the thing. It wasn't even a squash. It was they went back and forth. He threw a kick, he got hurt, and then he lost because of it.
It felt anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Yes.
That much is true.
Love to see Punk get his ass handed to him and be like, you know, wear your ass as a hat, you fucking shit ass. Like,
I mean, they even we have the lovely meme circulating about how he threw the kick with one foot and then grabbed his other. It's like, yeah, because he planted.
It makes sense because, you know, like he put all his weight on his injured foot.
Exactly. He planted on the injured foot.
Like, the meme is still kind of funny.
It's kind of funny, but it's also kind of stupid. You know, like planting is a lot worse than kicking.
Yeah, the planted leg is always the leg that hurts.
I mean, Ted, you're a karate guy. You know,
I am, and I'll tell you,
karate guy. Like you just walk around on an injured foot and plant it. Tell me how you feel.
Exactly.
I've done that.
Exactly. It sucks. It sucks. What I will say, is that this doesn't hurt AEW in any way, shape, or form, because the people that wanted to see CM Punk come back and be a part of the wrestling industry again were watching AEW before CM Punk came back, and he moved the needle on their brand new show for one night, and then guess what? It didn't fucking move again. You know why? Because they were all already watching that show. So him getting hurt or being on TV or not being on TV doesn't matter, because they're all already AEW fans that are watching AEW TV on a regular basis, whether Punk is there or not.
And to be honest, I'm with Ivan. I'm definitely invested to see where they go with this next week, leading into All Out.
You want to make a needle move?
There have been reports, and again, you can take them for what they're worth, that Punk will get a rematch at All Out. And I'm like, after all that in the ring, just
I don't want to see it.
He's going to be back 10 days later. I don't see that happening, but I'm definitely interested to see where they go with this. Do we get the comeback that Brucey's been waiting for? Do we get Hangman back in the picture?
No.
He is the number one ranked, and he never got a rematch, so there is that. Does somebody come out of the woodworks and challenge Moxley at the pay-per-view? Like, where are we going from here? I am desperately dying to find out.
This is the high class take on this. This is what I would love to see happen. I want Mox and I want Punk in the ring. I want them to have, you know, a decent match. Go about 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes, and then I want one of the cameramans that is dressed all in black. Drop the camera, come in, jump Moxley, hit him with the camera, whatever. When the ref is down, with Punk to get the 1, 2, 3, and he walks up the ramp, pulls his hood. It's not MJF, it's Sean Spears.
I like
MJF. No.
in.
MJF's not coming back yet.
No.
It's Sean Spears.
I like it. I'm invested.
And then you carry on. You carry Sean Spears and Punk for a little while. Not really any title matches in there, but they've got this feud going on, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, right before the next pay-per-view, MJF comes back and takes the title from CM Punk.
I would say it would be a little bit of a filler to maybe have, you know, that happen, and then MJF returning for like the Grand Slam and getting into the title picture for the following pay-per-view. Because you got a few weeks in between, you could fill with possibly Punk and Spears. But I like that. I mean, my take on the whole thing, you know, everybody that was complaining about the match and how it happened and everything else. It's like, okay, you do realize the match took place in Ohio and Mox is from there.
Yes.
It makes total sense. You know how we said, like, the only time I get mad is when something doesn't make sense?
Here's what doesn't make sense to me. He's from like the rival city of Cleveland. If you think about it, he's from Cincinnati.
Yes,
I know.
They were in Cleveland. They're like rival cities if you think about it.
I know. But at the same time, it's not like, you know, it's not like he walked out in a Bengals jersey or some shit. Oh, what a shock. The Usos are getting involved.
The juicy Usos are in it.
This never happens. And you know what, Kof? I kind of agree with you there. Like, I think MJF returns and takes it from Mox. Because again, they got that. They got a history too, y'all. We brought that up on this show plenty.
Yeah.
MJF kind of sort of should have won a title from Moxley and didn't.
No, he should have.
If they did this whole injured thing to give Punk more time to recover, because I know like Ref Thick had said something about that, and even I brought it up, then okay, now we've got CM Punk going back, taking more time to heal up his foot, or maybe being punished like, say, Thunder Rosa could be because of the Hangman shit. And in the meantime, you get MJF coming back, and he eventually will take the title from Moxley, and then we move on.
He's not getting suspended.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see MJF back on my TV. Like, I just, he was the reason I was invested. He was the reason I was invested in AEW TV, and him not being there has led to me not finding something else to grab my attention. CM Punk as champion has not grabbed my attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I mean, honestly, the pillars were the guys that I tuned in for. Your Sammys, your MJFs, even your Darbys, because he's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
The guys that they were building, I enjoyed the shit out of them. And then all of a sudden they were like, yeah, but, we've got CM Punk and Adam Cole and all that. I'm like, okay, well, what about these guys?
I don't think that's fair to those 4 pillars, because those 4 pillars are still doing big things, minus MJF sitting at home. Jungle Boy is in a feud with a literal wrestling legend right now to elevate him. Darby has been putting on Darby Allin matches for the better part of 3 years.
And you sat here 2 weeks ago complaining about his coffin match. The only match he's won in like 3 months.
But he's still putting on great matches and telling great stories, even if he is losing. And he's still on television. He's still doing all the things that the pillars were doing when they first started. The only one not doing anything is MJF. And if you want to, they've added more pillars to that. They really have.
I mean, maybe Yuta.
Garcia's
getting there. He's not there yet, but he's getting there. That's what I want to see play out.
He was there before he started in AEW.
That's what I'm looking to see play out. Like, where is Garcia going to end up? Because
he's going to the Blackpool Combat Club. Come on.
He's going to see
the only thing that I don't understand about all that is how Chris Jericho can still be on the sports entertainment shit and bringing up Lionheart and Stu Hart every fucking chance he gets. Like, they are 2 totally opposite things. You were not a sports entertainer when you were Lionheart Chris Jericho.
But it makes it work, though.
It does. The bringing up the Lionheart gimmick is what fits this feud with Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
Because the Lionheart was a technical wrestler. He was a technical wrestler in WCW 100%. When he was a Lionheart.
I get that. I'm just saying there's a lot of overlapping gimmicks on one. It's like, are you Lionheart or a fucking wizard or a fucking painmaker? Make a goddamn choice. Because some of these fit sports entertainment and some of them don't.
He's a pain wizard.
A lion-hearted pain wizard.
That's fair, Wendy. That's fair.
Yeah. Touche. I got nothing else for that. And apparently SmackDown's got nothing else because now Roman is sitting over Drew's laid out body.
Well, they just beat the piss out of Drew McIntyre. Like those, like he has slashes in his back from where the chair ripped him open.
Yeah, Sammy and the Usos worked him over so Roman could put him in a guillotine while he was half conscious.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought SmackDown was over 10 minutes ago. I haven't been watching. My bad, y'all.
Oh God.
Solid confusion.
I sum up this whole night like, yes, we bash because we want things to be good, and we'll give anything a chance. Hence why we sat down and watched this.
Yes. And you know what? Listen, this episode of SmackDown compared to any episode of SmackDown in 2021, I'll take it. Is it what we want it to be yet? No, but no wrestling product is what we want it to be yet. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing out there that's what we want as Smark fans. You know,
like oh yeah, this is checking all the boxes.
Exactly. You know, there's still so much stuff.
Maybe CCW, maybe.
I will give the executive his due. He puts on a good wrestling show.
He does put on a damn good show. Shout out to
He puts on a good wrestling show. I miss my partner in crime there. I was talking to him this week. He's out of the country right now, wheeling and dealing.
Making moves.
But listen, guys. Number one, I want to say I'm super excited that you guys are on the network. This is my first chance to be on the show since you guys have come and joined us on the dark side here. So thank you so much for being part of our family. You're worth every Dojilon coin I paid for the show. So thank you so much for that. I hope that all of the Top Rope fans that have been tuning in have come over and subscribed to the Rewind Wrestling Network YouTube channel. If you haven't yet, we need you to do that, guys, because actually starting next week,
next Friday,
it starts next week. Y'all will not be able to find Top Rope on the Top Rope YouTube page. A Fox 10 John will not have Top Rope Wrestling Talk on it anymore.
It'll be back catalog only, folks.
Okay? So next week, your only place that you can find them live is on the Rewind YouTube page, right? So
Yes.
please make sure that you come over and throw a subscribe on the YouTube page. You're still going to be able to see them on Facebook, on their Facebook page, and the same thing is going to happen with their audio feed for the podcast platforms, right? Top Rope, you guys are going to be on all of our podcast platforms exclusively, and you guys have already started to get played on SportsWire Radio, which is awesome. I'm super happy to get you in front of that.
Shout out to SportsWire.
Audience.
Thank you.
So thank you to the Reverend Tom Bryce over there at SportsWire for taking our extended family here and making sure that they get the airtime. We appreciate you. I'm super excited that you guys are with us. Please make sure that you're coming over and hitting that subscribe button on the Rewind channel, folks, because we want you to join us for the ride. Right?
Absolutely.
We want you to join us for the ride.
Absolutely. I know a lot of you already have, but you all need to do it because come next week, we will be here and here alone.
That's right. And we're super excited for it. We're super excited for everything that's coming, and for what you guys bring to our network. And there's more news coming soon. I can't go past that. I haven't even dropped that on my show yet. Okay. I haven't even dropped it on my show yet, but I'll drop it here. Okay.
You have to stay tuned to find out.
There's more news coming. And I'm super excied for it.
You have to watch every show on Rewind Wrestling Network to make sure you catch the news.
That's right. So we, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, Monday and Wednesdays at 4, we have an episode dropping every Monday and Wednesday for the Rewind Wrestling Radio Show, and then obviously Fridays usually at 8:15. Tonight we started a little bit early.
For the show.
For SmackDown, but usually at 8:15. You can catch stuff there, and I can tell you that you can expect. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Brian.
Much appreciated. I can tell you to expect some new shit. Expect some new shit, and expect some challenges between Ivy and I.
Oh boy.
And that's all I can tell you right now.
That's gonna be fun.
I can tell you guys off air. But the people watching,
we'll talk about it off camera. Once the live goes down, we might chat about that. But I can't wait for that. That's gonna be fun.
Man, but thank you guys so much for having me tonight. I know it's funny. I know people love when Bruce and I fight and go at each other. It's funny because Bruce and I actually agree on more than we disagree. But it's so fun to have these disagreements on air.
It feels like it doesn't matter if it's you or if it's Kev. Like you guys agree on almost everything, but you get on the show together and you just fight.
Well, I mean, where's that
content? I've said this a few times in this show.
No, I agree more, Brucey. No, I agree more, Ted.
Content.
We're sucking you in.
All I'm gonna say is, if I were Batista, I would say, give me what I want. Give the people what they want. Me versus Bruce in a debate. All day long, baby. Let's go.
We're gonna do specials about that.
Oh man!
On off days, we're gonna have like the high class TED debate on some topic from wrestling. I can already see it now. Bruce loves flippy shit. Ted, not so much. Debate number 1.
We could literally be like the Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith of Rewind Wrestling Network.
We could.
Yeah.
We could. Oh man.
I will happily be Mike Greenberg, just tossing topics around.
And I think this is the first time, by the way, since I've been on Top Rope probably 4 or 5 times at this point. This is the first time that I've been on that Grandma's been on with me.
Yes.
Okay.
That's true.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Usually when you come in, she's got something else, or you're filling in for her. So yeah,
I was just happy to be on with Grandma because I haven't been on with Grandma yet.
I didn't even realize that. Congratulations, and you're welcome.
Oh, thank you.
I was gonna say she never realizes that people show up to be on with Grandma.
No,
She just thinks like, oh, you know, I'm terrible. My voice sucks.
If
And
you hear
people come on because they're like, I want to be with Grandma.
Yeah, Grandma, we got to get you on a ladies' night. We got to get you on one of our ladies' night specials.
Yes,
it needs to happen. It's not a question.
I got a question. Why do they want a dude for ladies' night?
I don't know.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. Yeah,
you're gonna have to at least be a dickless bro.
It's
okay?
ladies' night. Why are you gonna have a dude on there? Shit don't make no fucking sense.
You could be like the Nyla Rose of ladies' night.
Listen, ladies' night is a loose term because Ivy is on the show. So
this is true.
So
I love Ivy.
It's a loose use of the word.
Tell him what I am.
She's a dude.
Think that's
fine.
That's my brother.
No fucking ladies here.
No.
Not even ladies.
Until I brought up pockets, and then she went, yes.
With all of that being said, and the moving over that Ted had said on September 2nd is when we will start completely and fully on Rewind Wrestling Network on YouTube. Here's the thing. This is where you can find Top Rope Wrestling Talk and social medias. You can find us in one place on Facebook. That is Top Rope Wrestling Talk. That is our group. That's where you go in, you go to our forums, you go to our threads, you have fun, you post memes, you talk shit. Then if you want to find our show content on Facebook, you can go to Rewind Wrestling Network, their page. That is where our show content is being held at now at this point in time.
Being held hostage. Send the money. To us.
Yes, send us all the money, please, for God's sakes.
Listen to the podcast. Make us all the money.
And then you can also find Top Rope Wrestling Talk on Twitter at Top Rope WT. Go on there. We're on there randomly. Honestly, I feel like the podcast keep our page going more than we keep it going, and it works because we go on and comment on everything that they post. I don't know. It works. Our Twitter is fire. And then you can find us on Instagram with the PWI award-winning worst Instagram handle ever.
The worst
Ever.
The
Ever.
best.
Ted, I can't wait till you have to just keep typing this out. It's at top_rope_wrestling_talk. Go on the IG and check us out. And actually,
you know how I know Ted's smarter than us? He doesn't have to type it out. He can just say, go to the link tree.
Yeah,
that's what I was about to say, Dom.
Yeah.
So you can find all of the Top Rope social media links along with all of ours, and all of ours are the same. So on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you find us at Rewind Podcast, WREWIND_PODCAST. But you can find all of those links in our link tree, which you can find in the description of every episode. Dom, I believe our link tree is in your descriptions at this point in time, along with the ability to donate to Bryce and to find merch and to find our Spotify feeds, the whole 9 yards. So everything is in that link tree. Go hit it up and then follow everything across everyone. The more followers we have, the more retweets you guys do, the more reposts you guys do for all of the posts that come from Top Rope and from Rewind, the more we reach the wider audience. The wider audience we reach, the better content we can bring you. So make it happen, Captain.
So we can eventually take over the world.
You know, that whole link tree thing totally kills my end of show, like... It's been a tradition for 3 years for me to name everything that we have, and now it's like,
no,
hey,
keep doing it. I don't give a shit.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
Go to the link.
It's your thing.
Tree.
Do your thing.
Go to the link tree. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, Wendy.
Bruce.
Hey, Wendy.
Hey, Bruce.
Do your thing.
Say fresh cheese bags.
Dom.
Enjoy wrestling. If it's not your cup of tea, let somebody else drink it. Goodbye. Mwah. And good night.
Teddy?
Folks, we'll catch you next time on the Rewind Wrestling Network.
We really will.
Deuces, bitch.